No, you taste, dude.
Oh my God! What is that?
Weird creature in woods. While on their routine bike ride along steep tracks, a group of bikers encountered a terrifying experience that would haunt them forever. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a strange humanoid creature suddenly emerged from the side of the track and quickly started running away. The sight of the creature caused one of the bikers to lose control and fall off his bike. Shocked, the biker with the camera attempted to chase after the creature, but to his surprise, it vanished into thin air, leaving him ghosted car. In the depths of the internet, a creepy video emerged, cloaked in eerie darkness. It told a spine-tingling tale of a possessed car like no other. People found themselves trapped inside as the car raced through the night, pursued by desperate police sirens. But here's the eerie twist. The car vanished, leaving officers baffled. Security cameras captured its eerie reappearance, moving mysteriously, defying all logic. As officers followed, it vanished once more, leaving an eerie barrier in its wake. The unsettling video left no doubt. A malevolent spirit had taken control of the car, defying our world's laws and leaving behind only fear and a haunting mystery. This clip I saw was truly incredible. There was a guy fishing in Canada, and he noticed two adult bald eagles sitting on a tree near their nest. Suddenly, a bear also spotted them and started climbing the tree. The eagle parents tried everything to scare the bear away, but it didn't work. After about 15 minutes, the bear reached the top, grabbed one of the baby eagles, and brought it down to the ground. It's not as rare as you might think. Bears are actually really good climbers, and they love to eat. Thankfully, the guy was safe on the other side of the water, capturing this extraordinary moment on camera. Ghostly room. In a poorly lit room, an unaware person sits alone, not realizing the spooky events around them. A tiny bug flits through the air, casting strange shadows on the walls, as if it holds mysterious secrets from unknown places. As time passes, the room feels heavy, hinting at a scary story unfolding. Suddenly, something eerie happens. The bug keeps dancing, and the camera turns to the room's entrance. There, just outside the door, a ghostly figure appears, undeniably sinister, like something from the past, or even worse. The room becomes a battleground where the living and the supernatural collide, wrapped in a creepy sense of fear. In this haunted house, strange and unexplainable things merge, blurring the line between reality and the mysterious. It's a terrifying tale where the everyday turns into a disturbing show, leaving the audience on edge, hearts racing with dread.
A terrifying creature. Is it a plant or some new kind of bird babies? Well, whatever they are, I'll be staying far, far away from them because they already look quite creepy in a video. When this clip hit the internet, it had everyone in shock. To some, it was a rare sea animal, and to others, they were alien babies. But to me, they're something I should stay away from.
Living skeleton. In the dark, ancient palace, a camera that had been locked away for a long time recorded a spooky mystery. In the bright daytime, it filmed a scary sight. A tall skeleton dressed in ragged clothes on its bony frame. This skeleton, with a creepy purpose, pushed open a creaky door, went outside, and then strangely came back in through the same door, but from the other side. Time passed slowly, seeming like forever in the presence of such strange events. The giant skeleton, moved by unknown reasons, opened both doors wide, standing eerily on the doorstep. It was a strange dance from the spirit world, a clear sign that the palace was definitely haunted by restless ghosts, creatures of the night who could walk around and make themselves known. It was a spine-chilling proof of the mysterious and unexplained. Wild stoat and rabbit. In the video, the man told an exciting story about animals surviving in the wild. He talked about a clever stoat and a quick rabbit. Even though the stoat was much smaller, it showed how skilled it was by catching a much bigger rabbit. The rabbit tried really hard to stay safe and ran around the area with a scared heart. The story kept people interested because the rabbit wanted to escape so badly, and the stoat didn't give up trying to catch it. This made the story very exciting, but just when the rabbit seemed to trick the stoat and get away, something sad happened. The stoat caught the tired rabbit in a moment that made everyone's heart race. The video didn't hide the tough parts of nature. The stoat caught the rabbit and ended its struggle. The stoat's strong need to survive was clear as it bit the rabbit. This showed how nature can be beautiful but also tough and hard. The video reminds us that life in the wild is not easy. Animals have to fight to stay alive, and sometimes one animal has to catch and eat another animal. It's a tough world out there, and this video helps us remember that. Horror in the forest. Deep in a spooky forest where shadows seem to share secrets, a trail camera recorded something incredibly strange. In the video, a terrifying figure appears that's so weird it's impossible to understand. This mysterious creature looks a bit like a human, but it's been twisted into a horrifying nightmare. Its arms and legs are incredibly thin and twisted in a way that sends shivers down your spine, making you feel like something primal and terrifying is lurking nearby. The forest itself adds to the scare. It's filled with ancient gnarled trees that create long, creepy shadows. Leaves rustle with an eerie sound, and the air feels heavy with fear. As the person telling the story talks, their voices tremble with fright. You can't help but get pulled deeper into this scary moment. It blurs the line between what's real and what's supernatural, making you question if the unbelievable might be true.
A tiny creature. It might look like a usual video from a nightclub, but wait till you see a tiny creature appearing on your screen and then disappearing in a millisecond. What's even weirder here is that not a single person realized the presence of the creepy thing. Is it that the creature was only visible on the camera and not to the naked eye? And what kind of creature is that exactly? Let me know if you have any insights.
Scary beast. A terrifying YouTube video captured an unpleasant and scary scene in the eerie darkness of the night. Near a remote residence, a strange being that resembled a bear, yet gave off an otherworldly aura, was seen. The house started to move as a result of the creature's unsettling presence, as though it were rocking back and forth in some strange dance. The spine-chilling scene was further enhanced by the ethereal glimmer in its eyes. Fearing the mysterious monster, a panicked person hurriedly sought safety in their car. A frightening impact was left on those who dared to watch, as spectators speculated about the origins and purposes of this strange creature. At night, this trail camera captured something interesting in the front yard of a house. When we slow down the recording, we can see a shadowy figure running. At first glance, it might seem like a regular person, but as it passes by, it starts to disappear into thin air. This footage is really strange and mysterious. Upon closer inspection, the figure looks pale and almost invisible, like a ghostly presence. However, it's possible that it's just a glitch with the camera, especially if it's a cheaper one. Sometimes these cameras fail to process a person's body, making them appear to vanish.
Someone in hiding. While two workers were busy doing their usual work in a cave, they started hearing strange noises, which happened to be coming from somewhere inside. So they thought they should check by removing some rocks. And when they did, this is what they captured. A weird creature was sitting in the cave. That's when they decided to leave the site and never work there. I mean, I'd have done the same thing if I were there.
Creepy hunting. A video has surfaced captured a disturbing scene of wild animals engaging in predatory behavior. Two lions arrive ready to feast, but the lens reveals more. A feral wolf with intense eyes, a grotesque pig-like creature, and other unexplainable forms drawn by the scent of sustenance. These creatures gather for an eerie banquet, their disjointed movements and distorted forms casting an unsettling spell. The atmosphere becomes charged as each bizarre detail is captured, leaving a haunting feeling for the viewer. The surreal scene challenges the laws of nature, forcing us to confront the unknown. The mind struggles to reconcile the ordinary with the uncanny, as the video offers a testament to the enigmatic forces just beyond our understanding. This unsettling footage blurs the line between reality and the inexplicable, reminding us that the world holds both beauty and terror. In this delicate balance, we're suspended between what we know and what we can't comprehend. Curious fox. In the heart of the midnight wilderness, the trail camera captured an eerie scene. A mysterious fox shrouded in darkness prowled amidst the ancient forest, its gleaming eyes fixated on a lifeless, half-eaten creature. With cautious curiosity, it circled the remains, searching for signs of life, as if communicating with unseen forces. The camera unveiled a haunting dance between predator and prey, a spectral waltz of the natural world. In that chilling moment, the wild revealed its enigmatic, unsettling beauty, leaving an indelible mark on the watcher's soul. Creepy encounter. During the night, the lights in the house were turned off, and a camera that monitors everything discovered something really peculiar. It was in the dining room, which is where people would traditionally gather to eat together, but now an odd occurrence was taking place there. Strange forms that did not appear to be from our world suddenly materialized in front of the camera. A terrifying creature appeared on the film, which caused the atmosphere in the room to become eerie and unsettling. Was it a ghost or a spirit that had passed on from this world? And was it hostile? Or was it something peculiar that came from a location that we're not familiar with? Its form shifted in a sinister manner, much like the way the shape of a candle shifts when the breeze blows. Every time we looked at a different painting, we were left with more questions, and the atmosphere in the room became more unsettling. The dining area had transformed into a portal leading to an otherworldly realm, a location that was incompatible with everyday life. But one thing was abundantly clear. A very weird object had left its mark there, and we were able to see it forever in the peculiar film. In a YouTube video posted by user Gwendolyn Severite in May 2020, something really weird happened in someone's backyard. It got everyone's attention and made them super curious. The video starts with the homeowner using a flashlight to check out their yard because they heard some creepy sounds coming from the back of their house. There's this small thing, or maybe a few small things, hiding behind a big object in the backyard. Whenever the flashlight is turned off, they peek out cautiously, but as soon as the lights come back on, they quickly hide again. Thermal Bigfoot in forest. Deep within a creepy forest where the trees seem to whisper secrets, our trail camera captured something unbelievable. Bigfoot! It's not just any sighting, it's a spooky encounter with a mysterious creature. The footage shows Bigfoot looking ghostly and surrounded by an eerie glowing aura. It hid among the trees like a phantom, and we couldn't make out its huge shape clearly. The special camera made it even creepier, giving it an otherworldly vibe. But what makes this encounter really scary is that Bigfoot remained a mystery. It was a master of disguise, blending perfectly into the dark forest shadows. The video is so unclear that it leaves us with more questions than answers. Is it a protector of the wilderness, a ghostly keeper of hidden secrets? This eerie meeting with Bigfoot reminds us there are still mysteries in our world, things we can't explain. It's a spooky reminder that the unknown and the supernatural might be hiding just beyond our understanding, deep within that forbidden forest. Terrifying Bigfoot encounter. On a serene night, a woman clutched a special heat-sensitive camera, her breath visible in the cold air. The forest held its breath, enveloped in silence. Her camera screen revealed elusive shifting shapes. Heart racing, she signaled her friend perched high in the trees. In whispered urgency, she urged, "Quick, capture that enigma." Aloft, he peered through leaves attuned to every sound. Amid the obscurity, reality seemed distorted. Nevertheless, capturing the anomaly became his sole focus. His camera found the moving shadows, but a low growl unsettled him, fingers tightening around the cold device. Mid-chase, an unexpected signal arrived, a potential Bigfoot sighting. The once serene forest now echoed with eerie words. Her heart pounded, fingers trembling on the frigid camera. She drew closer to the screen, doubting her eyes in a quivering voice. She stammered, "What is that?"
Seriously, what is that?
Barely audible, her fear of the massive creature intensified. The once safe haven now emanated terror. The anticipated oddity paled in comparison to this chilling reality. Bushes rustled, leaves whispered, weighty presence implied. Shadows twisted ominously, zooming in, she gasped involuntarily, heart thundering. Reality and nightmare intertwined, no longer mere observers. The duo confronted a petrifying moment with the mysterious, colossal entity.
Ghost. A woman with her head upside down, and maybe she was upside down too? Well, this is what a camera in India captured. The area was already famous for being haunted by all kinds of ghosts at night, and the video just confirmed the fear of the locals, since there's a chance that it might be just a prank by someone. Abandoned Fairy Village. We all think that fairies aren't real, but the people in this village might be thinking otherwise, as they have this abandoned place called the Fairy Village. According to them, fairies lived there once, but had to leave when too many humans started knowing about it. But this is not it. There are many legends and stories famous about it. Some say elves live there, while others say they see fairies sometimes. In case you want to go visit, it's in the woods of Middlebury.
Deadly alligator. In a remote corner of India, a camera captured a bone-chilling scene. Here, in a murky river area, an eerie coexistence unfolded between hippos and alligators. Normally, the hippos ruled the domain, but this footage unveiled a sinister secret. A colossal alligator, a monstrous 19.7 meters in length, held dominion. This gargantuan predator struck terror into the hearts of all, indiscriminately slaughtering animals, massive hippos, and even humans who ventured too close. Desperate attempts were made by brave soldiers to end its reign of terror. Their bullets aimed at the Leviathan, but it proved futile. This colossal creature, 60 years old in its final photograph taken in 2009, seemed invincible. As darkness fell over the river, this malevolent alligator cast an ominous shadow over the land, spreading fear with its unmatched power. A chilling tale of an unholy ruler in the heart of India's wilderness, where the line between predator and legend blurred, leaving a haunting legacy in its wake. Eerie orb haunts kitten. On a dark night, a trail camera recorded something seriously eerie and entirely unfamiliar. Imagine this, a peculiar glowing orb of light, almost like it's from another realm, hovering mysteriously in the darkness. It defied logic and sent shivers down your spine, resembling a ghostly figure dancing amidst the shadows. And if that weren't enough to give you the creeps, there's a sweet white kitten cheerfully eating nearby, completely unaware of this strange presence in the background. The stark contrast between the innocent kitten and the spooky glowing orb added an extra layer of fear to the scene. This camera captured a moment where the ordinary and the bizarre collided, leaving you pondering whether there might be something happening beyond our comprehension. It's the kind of experience that lingers, leaving you feeling unsettled and curious to uncover the mystery behind that spooky encounter. Mysterious creatures. Deep in the dense, unforgiving forest, a mysterious scene unfolded in front of a camera, making anyone who dared to watch it feel their blood run cold. The footage showed a horrifying picture, a strange creature covered in tangled hair with a skull-like head that had no flesh. It wasn't an animal or a person, but a monstrous, infant-like presence that moved in a disturbing way. But terror wasn't alone in this scary place. Another creature emerged from the shadows, a huge nightmare with twisted horns and a face hidden under layers of bones. It charged forward with a wicked plan, ready to attack. The fear in this unearthly footage was real and intense. This eerie and chilling natural event, a mystery on its own, left everyone who saw it trembling with fear. Were they enjoying some evil pleasure or just taking part in a creepy dance of horror? The answer, hidden in darkness, remained unknown. Sky-hanging jetpack. Imagine looking up at the busy Los Angeles sky. It's like a never-ending blue painting. But hold on, what's that? It's a human-shaped figure, just like a playful toy, hanging in the air like a superhero defying gravity. This isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. It's the surprising story of the jetpack sightings in the City of Angels. Think about it. You're staring up and suddenly you see someone wearing a jetpack, frozen in the sky as if time itself stopped. It's really amazing and makes you wonder if the laws of physics are being challenged. And guess what? It's not just a few people who have seen this. Even big airlines have witnessed this unbelievable thing. It's almost like something you'd read in a comic book. People wearing jetpacks floating in the air, making everyone who sees them can't believe their eyes. It's like a legend or a mystery that you'd hear about in stories. A puzzle that's hard to solve. So, there you have it, a tale that mixes the fun of childhood dreams with the unbelievable stories from real people. Jetpacks hanging in the sky like a quick dream, without any clear answer, leaving us thinking about how incredible people's imaginations can be and the huge sky above us. Bear Cubs Summer Splash. Imagine a radiant summer day unfolding in the untamed wilderness. Two endearing bear cubs exuding boundless energy revel in the sun's warm embrace. Nestled by the edge of a tranquil pond, their synchronized play is both mesmerizing and heartwarming. In the midst of their joyous aquatic antics, their watchful mother stands sentinel, a living embodiment of maternal devotion. These cubs, more than siblings, are inseparable confidants, sharing an unspoken camaraderie that transcends the ordinary. As they frolic in the water, their movements seem choreographed, a synchronized ballet of innocent merriment. Each splash and giggle tells a story of their unbreakable bond. Yet, amidst the lighthearted spectacle, the mother bear's role is equally poignant. With watchful eyes and a protective demeanor, she underscores the significance of family unity. Her very presence speaks of guidance and guardianship, an ever-present reminder of the love that binds them together. The scene embodies the essence of summer serenity, as the cubs find solace in the pond's cool embrace and the mother bear watches over her playful offspring. But it's more than just a picturesque moment. It's a testament to the intricate relationships that thrive within the heart of the wild. This tableau of nature's beauty and maternal care is a fleeting yet enduring reminder of the deep connections that grace the untamed world. Bears and Beasts. Once there was a man who lived near a big forest land. He loved to watch the creatures that lived there, so he placed a special camera in the forest land. This camera was called a trail cam. It could take screens of creatures when the man was not around. The man was actually curious about the black bears that lived in the forest land. He wanted to see them up close, but he knew they were shy, so he left his trail cam near their paths. But the trail cam did not just capture bears. It also caught movies of other creatures like deer, runners, and possums. The man was amazed by the secret lives of these animals. He used the film to tell stories in a videotape. He participated in these stories with his intimates and families. They all loved the tales of the forest land and the creatures that called it home, and the man was happy because he could watch the creatures without disturbing them. After hearing rumors about a huge mountain lion wandering around his area, a guy decided to try and attract it. He set up one of his trail cameras and hung a bag of old meat scraps as bait. However, instead of the mountain lion, someone unexpected appeared in the footage. The person in the video seemed homeless, and it's creepy because the guy's home is in a really isolated place, but who knows, it could be a fake video. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this. Tara's Forest Spa. Deep within the eerie forest, the trail camera captured something truly chilling, a Tara, a sinister and elusive creature. This Tara seems to know how to revel in the macabre side of life. In the eerie forest solitude, we saw it doing something quite unsettling, rubbing its belly on a gnarled, cursed tree log. As we watch the video, we can't help but shudder at what might be going through the Tara's malevolent mind. Is it performing some dark forest ritual, or perhaps indulging in forbidden pleasures? Regardless of the reason, this spine-tingling creature is undoubtedly making the most of its haunted forest surroundings. Forest Wildlife Trail Cam Beauty. In this captivating video, a camera person follows a woman deep into the forest, where she sets up her trail camera amidst the lush wilderness, eager to discover nature's wonders. Amidst towering trees adorned with vines and hanging branches, the beauty of the natural world unfolds as sunlight filters through leaves, casting enchanting light and shadow. Then, a magical moment occurs as the trail camera captures fleeting glimpses of various animals, including a graceful deer, showcasing the elegance of the wild in this untouched realm. This video encapsulates the marvels of the wilderness, where every rustle of leaves and every encounter with wildlife serves as a poignant reminder of the exquisite beauty of the natural world, reinforcing the importance of preserving these extraordinary places for generations to come.
Giant alligator. A man had the most terrifying moment of his life when he was tarpon fishing at sunrise in a tropical wetland in Florida. Everything was going well, and he even managed to catch a fish. But that's when things started going the wrong way. As he started reeling in the spool, he noticed a gigantic alligator raising its head out of the water and about to approach him. Stunned, he stepped back, but the reptile chased him, even though he got lucky and the gator turned back, that was one scary experience to remember. Walking fish. What looked like a bunch of school kids going somewhere in a line was actually a group of fish who were having the time of their lives on land. Maybe they just wanted to try something new and were bored with their life in water? Whatever the reason, the fish kind of scared a million people on the internet from the video. However, we'll tell you that these are mud skippers, and they're actually known to be able to breathe air while out of the water. Incredible, right?
Ghost child. A crawling, childlike, ghostly apparition appeared from a dark nook in the hospital lobby where nurses and physicians were assembled. Everyone in the room felt goosebumps as the transparent figure slowly glided across the floor. As shocked eyes observed the unsettling sight, fear and confusion permeated the room. The ghostly presence persisted despite efforts to explain the bizarre experience. The medical team was haunted by this terrifying experience, which led to quiet discussions regarding the mysterious occurrence that had happened in front of their eyes.
A las 3 de la mañana, cabrón. Mírala, jugando memes como siempre. Chica, no mames.
Woodpeckers and wildlife. Once upon a time, in a big green forest land, a man had a cool idea. He wanted to see those woodpeckers near those boots with red heads that go caw-caw-caw on trees. So he got a special camera called a trail cam. This trail cam was like a secret asset. The man set it up in the forest and waited. He hoped to catch the woodpeckers in action. Woodpeckers are like nature's carpenters. They make little homes by pecking holes in tree cases. Days turned into nights, and nights turned into days. The man was patient. He did not want to disturb the woodpeckers, so he stayed far down. One sunny morning, the man checked his trail cam. Guess what? He saw the woodpeckers. They were busy pecking holes in the trees. It was amazing to watch. They tapped and tapped, making bitty doorways for themselves. The man made a videotape from the trail cam footage. He showed it to his family and everyone on the internet. People loved it. They learned how woodpeckers work hard to make cozy homes. And so, in that big green timber, thanks to the man's clever idea and his safe trail cam, the secret lives of woodpeckers were revealed for everyone to enjoy. Haunted office horror. Late into the night, within a hushed office, a man diligently worked, completely unaware of the impending terror lurking in the shadows. The room, bathed in a faint, eerie glow, bore an unsettling atmosphere that something was awry. Then an icy breeze sliced through the room, causing him to shudder involuntarily. The bizarre and spine-tingling events unfolded in rapid succession. A chilling noise shattered the silence as a bottle toppled over and papers fluttered into chaos, as if a malevolent specter orchestrated their macabre dance. Fear gripped his heart as he approached a chair that had been mysteriously upended. A guttural growl reverberated in the room, and to his sheer disbelief, the chair was propelled backward by an unseen sinister force. Paralyzed with dread, he stumbled away, his heart racing like a drumbeat of doom. In blind panic, he sprinted for the exit, never daring to cast a backward glance. That office had transformed into a nightmarish realm, a place where the boundaries between reality and the supernatural blurred irreversibly. The horrifying ordeal left him with a tale of horror that would haunt him every waking moment. Antarctica sea monster shock. A shocking video shows a huge sea creature on Google Earth near Deception Island in Antarctica. Many people who visited the island looked really scared. You could see how scared they were just by looking at their faces. This shows that there might be a mysterious and scary monster on that lonely island. The fear in their eyes tells us that they knew something creepy was there with them. It's like they knew they weren't alone, and that something very strange and terrifying lived under the icy waters of Deception Island. It's a big mystery, and the whole world is watching in amazement. Cryptid spirit. In the depths of a shadowy forest, a trail camera captured a video that sent shivers down spines and left everyone confused. In the dead of the night, the camera's lens unveiled a spine-chilling sight, a mysterious figure, draped in a ghostly white shroud with long, untamed hair flowing eerily in the wind. This spectral entity and otherworldly presence appeared to be a ghostly woman or a supernatural spirit, haunting the heart of the forest. The unsettling part was the inexplicable reason for her presence. Why did this ghostly apparition wander alone through the inky blackness of the woods, under the watchful gaze of the moon? The enigma of her purpose, her ethereal form drifting amidst the trees, cast an eerie pallor over the entire forest. The video, with its eerie and disturbing aura, left everyone with an unsettling feeling that lingers in the mind, like an unsolved riddle of the night. Eerie creature unveiled. Deep within a dark and empty forest, something eerie hides. A shocking discovery from a trail camera chills to the bone. A figure emerges wrapped in mystery and the unfamiliar. Is it a simple trick of the night or something more unsettling? At first look, it seems like a person, but there's a creepy surprise that doesn't make sense. A strange hat on its head suggests it's not ordinary, a weird shape against the black night. As the video plays, a disturbing truth becomes clear. Its face is a strange mix of wolf-like features, sending shockwaves. Glowing eyes, a snout like a wild animal, all mixed with a feeling of knowing it somehow. Hold on tight for the most chilling part: its body. Is this a spooky creature from stories or just a made-up trick? The more we watch, the scarier it gets, leaving us spooked by the mystery from the heart of the forest. Will we ever know what this creature with the odd hat is, this mix of person and beast? We'll have to wait and see. Unwanted sighting. In a spooky moonlit forest, something unexpected and creepy happened in front of a camera, revealing a strange secret of nature. In the dark, many tree trunks were mysteriously wrapped by a weird, thick white rope. When you look closely, this strange rope seemed to move and twist, giving you a scary feeling. When the camera zoomed in, the weird truth became clear. A giant snake, its long body coiled around many trees like a nightmarish guardian of the forest. Its head was a horrifying mix, not like a horse or a human, but a creepy skeleton face. Its bony face, though it had some horse-like features, didn't make sense in the real world. This mysterious video, a strange proof of things we don't understand, made people who watched it shiver and left them thinking about the weird mysteries hidden in the forest. Bizarre chasing. In a realm where reality danced with the extraordinary, an inexplicable spectacle unfurled as a creature akin to a mouse, but magnified to an astonishing size, emerged from the shadows, mystifying onlookers. With the dawn's gentle spill of light, a wild lion materialized, pursuing two youthful warthogs, a sight rarely captured on camera, intensifying the surrealism. In hot pursuit, a wild cheetah, the embodiment of speed, drove the warthogs into a frantic escape. Fate guided them across a road where chaos and astonishment collided. The cheetah's grip tightened around one warthog, sealing its fate. But an abrupt tide of cars and spectators erupted, casting an eerie enchantment over the scene. The lion, torn between its prize and this newfound human audience, ultimately released its captive. The warthog's cries resonated like haunting whispers, forming a symphony of nature's unyielding reality. Yet, as night swallowed the land, a single question lingered, carried by the wind. What secrets of the wild world remain concealed in the shroud of darkness? Spooky forest creature. In a spooky and mysterious forest, the trail camera caught something strange. It was a weird creature with glowing eyes that looked like evil stars, giving the camera a creepy stare. Its gaze was colder and more mysterious than death itself, hiding secrets even darker than the deep, dark woods. As this ghostly creature walked through the eerie forest, moving in a strange and unsettling way. It seemed to be looking for something, but the ground under it made a sad sound like a cursed song. However, it always stayed far away, a ghostly figure forever cursed to hunt without finding. The forest itself was a scary place, with twisted trees and mist that looked ghostly. Every rustle of leaves and every cold breeze seemed to tell scary stories of forgotten souls. The forest felt like it held ancient terrors waiting to be found. Be careful, because in this spooky place, it's hard to tell who's alive and who's not. Our meeting with this mysterious creature reminds us of the scary things that can hide in the darkest parts of nature, unseen and unforgiving. mysterious bear. In the heart of July in Vermont, a magical time when rain transformed ponds into nature's spa, something extraordinary occurred. Caught by a trail camera in broad daylight, the scene was nothing short of astonishing. A sleek black bear bigger than life ventured into the water, embracing the moment with pure delight. The immense creature seemed to revel in its impromptu bath, splashing around as if in celebration. The trail camera, a silent witness, preserved this rare spectacle that left all who saw it utterly flabbergasted. The bear's uninhibited enjoyment was a sight to behold, a reminder that even in the wild, there exists a world of wonder and surprises. Nature's quirkiness had been laid bare, forever etched in the memory of those who stumbled upon this marvel. Ghostly Forest. Deep in a spooky, dark forest, there's a story that will give you chills day and night. A trail camera recorded something so unsettling that it's etched into our minds. In this scary forest, strange things happen. As the camera records, something eerie stirs in the woods, showing ghostly figures that make you shiver. Are they trapped spirits cursed by the forest's history, or is it something we can't understand? The forest itself feels evil, with trees twisted into creepy shapes, like bony fingers reaching out to scare you. You can hear footsteps you can't see, reminding you that you're all alone. Get ready for a journey where fear is your only friend, and the line between real life and nightmares blurs. This terrifying video reminds us of the horrors waiting for those who dare to explore. Will you be brave enough to watch, or will the darkness take over? Hunter polar bear. This video depicts a harrowing scene of a polar bear attacking a husky dog on the ice. The video's origin and location remain unknown. It shows a large polar bear approaching a group of dogs, likely catching them off guard. The bear pounces on a brown husky, clamping its jaws around the dog's body. Despite the dog's attempts to resist, it is overpowered by the bear's strength and weight. The bear repeatedly strikes the dog on the ice, causing severe injury and distress. Two other huskies, one black and white and the other black, are present, frantically circling and vocalizing in an attempt to distract the bear or help their companion. The video concludes with the polar bear still holding the dog, while the other two huskies continue their frantic movements. The outcome remains uncertain, leaving viewers with unanswered questions and concerns about the fate of the dogs. According to a video from Long Island Bigfoot's channel, there's footage of a Bigfoot enduring a snowstorm in the woods near a trail. The visibility isn't great, and honestly, I personally can't really see it. However, most of the commenters on the video found it amazing, awesome, and incredible. I'm having a hard time though. I can vaguely make out something moving in the middle of the screen amidst the snow and trees. But in my opinion, it could be anything. I'm not an expert with a trained eye, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. Besides, I watched this video so many times that my eyes were practically crossed. Anyway, the person who posted the video mentioned that they checked the area afterward and found fallen trees deliberately blocking the trailhead. I highly doubt someone would be out there doing that in such bad weather.
A humanoid. This man found an abandoned place inside the jungle and went to examine it and record it on camera. Everything seemed okay until the man came a little closer to a weird whitish creature sitting on the ground. As soon as the creature sensed someone behind it, it turned back and started running towards the man, freaking him out. And that's where the video ends. So I can't really say what happened afterwards.
Shocking ghostly encounter. On a dark moonlit night, it happens in a regular house, where a lady is taking a nice relaxing shower. She has no idea that something horrifying is about to happen. As the warm water flows over her, it relaxes her, washing away her worries. The bathroom fills with steam, making everything feel calm. But she doesn't know that something really bad is lurking outside the bathroom. When she finishes her shower, she steps out onto the cold bathroom floor, still hearing the sound of dripping water. She's scared as she goes down the dimly lit hallway towards the staircase. Then, right there at the edge of what's real and what's scary, she stops. She sees a ghostly figure all twisted and scary. The ghost's eyes are empty, and it looks like it shouldn't exist. She tries to scream, but no sound comes out. Fear grips her, and the room seems to close in on her. In that terrifying moment, it's like the line between life and death disappears, and her world turns into a nightmare she might never escape. Sleep-deprived bear. The video captures a rare and startling encounter between a hibernating bear and a construction crew. The scene is set in a remote area where a large cave is located. The construction crew is working on a project that requires them to dig with a heavy machine near the cave. They are unaware of the presence of the bear inside the cave, who has been sleeping for months. The noise of the machine is loud and constant, and it disturbs the bear's peaceful slumber. The bear wakes up from hibernation, feeling confused and irritated by the intrusion. He slowly moves towards the entrance of the cave, curious about what is happening outside. He is surprised and angry to see them invading his territory. He lets out a loud howl, expressing his displeasure and warning them to stay away. The workers hear the howl and turn their heads towards the cave. They are shocked and terrified to see the huge bear staring at them. The bear looks about 10 feet tall, with thick fur and sharp teeth. He looks menacing and powerful, ready to attack if provoked. The workers freeze in fear, not knowing what to do. They wonder how they can escape from this dangerous situation. The video ends with the bear still howling at the workers, while the machine continues to dig. The video shows a rare and unexpected event that raises many questions and emotions in the viewers. A weird creature. This weird little thing was recorded deep underwater, transforming into different shapes. The researchers, the people on the internet, in fact, every single person who saw this was shocked to his core, wondering what this creature could have been and what other superpowers it might hold. Can this be an alien? I mean, I can't help but wonder, you know? An unusual friendship. An incredible video aired on an Indian news channel featuring the most mind-blowing thing ever. A leopard visited a cow every night, and they had their own secret friendship going on while the human snoozed. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the cow had taken care of the leopard when it was a baby, and now the leopard was not ready to let go of its caregiver. How sweet is that? A bizarre fish. So, these scientists saw a super weird fish and were totally confused. But then something crazy happened. The fish suddenly shrunk its mouth down really fast, and everyone was shocked. It turns out that the fish is called a gulper eel, and it has a special kind of mouth that can puff up to eat big things. This fish is really interesting because of its cool mouth and the way it moves around. Overall, it's pretty amazing. A mouse deer. The secrets hidden in the deep forest seems endless, and we never know what we might find. Recently, a trail camera in Vietnam caught a glimpse of a rare two-tone mouse deer that scientists thought had vanished 30 years ago. It was strolling around leisurely as if it owned the place. It's amazing that some of these unique animals have managed to escape hunters and predators, giving them a chance to flourish in their natural environment. Flying snakes. Have you ever heard of flying snakes? Yeah, you heard that right. Flying snakes. A viral video making the rounds on the internet recently showed these slithering creatures taking to the skies. But don't worry, they're not flapping their wings or anything. They're actually gliding through the air. These incredible creatures, known as Cryptid, have the ability to contort their bodies and flatten their ribs to cover a significant distance after launching themselves into the air. It's an amazing feat that allows them to travel between trees with ease. Who knew snakes could fly? A pelican. This pelican was recorded by a man trying to eat a capybara. I mean, we know and I know that he knows that the capybara is too big for him, but no, that won't stop him from doing that. And then he is just left all embarrassed because he did not succeed. A dinosaur. Even though the video is made by an amateur and we don't know who made it, it's perfect for our list. Can you imagine that there's a pterosaur flying in the sky? We know about pterosaurs because of fossils in movies, but we can't see them anymore. But some lucky people saw one and filmed it. I'm happy we have the video. Do you think it's real or just for attention? An embarrassed gator. Most folks would bolt to the side of an alligator, but not these guys. This couple not only keeps one as a pet, but also knows how to make it blush. When the gator struggled to chomp down some grub, it got bashful and decided to give up and take a dip in the water instead. Aw, poor fella. American crocodile. This is the American crocodile, a true titan of the reptilian world. The elusive creature can be found lurking in the shadows of both North and South America, patiently waiting for its prey to cross its path. With a set of jaws that could crush a steel beam like a toothpick, this beast is not to be trifled with. But there's something mysterious about this creature, something that draws us in and leaves us in awe. Perhaps it's the way it moves so gracefully through the water, or the way it can disappear in an instant, leaving no trace behind. Whatever it is, one thing is for sure. If you ever find yourself face to face with an American crocodile, you'll be in for one heck of a ride. Sydney funnel-web spider. Did you know that the Sydney funnel-web spider is basically the Australian funnel-web spider's BFF? And let me tell you, their venom is no joke. It can knock you out faster than a kangaroo bouncing on a trampoline. Plus, if you get bitten by one of these creepy crawlies, you could end up with respiratory failure or even die. So make sure you steer clear of these 8-legged critters if you happen to come across them. Safety first, folks. Elephants. The gentle giants that can turn into raging beasts. Now, I know we all love these intelligent and majestic creatures, but let's not forget they're also one of the biggest and most powerful animals on land. And when they feel threatened, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to attack and even kill humans who got too close to their turf. So if you're ever in the presence of an elephant, be sure to give them their space and show them the respect they deserve. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to these big guys. Inland taipan. If you're not a fan of snakes, then you better steer clear of the inland taipan, mate. This snake is not to be messed with, as it's considered the most venomous snake in the world. Its venom is so deadly that it can cause multiple organ failure and can kill a human in less than an hour. Talk about fierce. Despite its fearsome reputation, the inland taipan is actually a pretty fascinating creature. It has an incredible sense of smell and can detect prey from miles away. Plus, its venom is being studied for its potential to help treat certain medical conditions. Who knew this lethal creature could have a softer side? The subscriber's pick. This image shows a huge predator of the world of water, with its weird horrifying mask and tentacles showing. We also see a boat nearby comparing, which we can see how big the size of the creature is. But well, no matter how creepy this may look, it's not real. Instead, it is an image created through Photoshop. Still, with the ocean being only 3% discovered, who knows? Maybe this actually might be real too. What do you guys think about it? Black Caiman. This crocodile is like the Hulk of the animal kingdom. It's one tough customer. And let me tell you, if you ever find yourself in its neck of the woods, you better watch your back. This bad boy has been known to attack humans, so you don't want to mess with it. I mean, just imagine coming face to face with a creature that's built like a tank, has jaws that could crush a car, and is just itching for a fight. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. So, if you're planning a trip to South America, make sure you steer clear of this feisty dude's territory. A ghost. Let's check out this clip caught on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch or if there's something more sinister going on. A chupacabra. These two men kept hearing strange voices from their backyard and eventually decided to go check. But what they did not know was that they were in for a surprise. A huge monster was seen running to hide from them, but that did not stop the friends there. They had to go check, and that is when we see the terrifying face. The video ends right there, so let's just hope both of them are okay. An alien. The folks who were used to discovering fishes on the shore were taken aback when they stumbled upon a strange human-like creature that had washed upon the beach. It appeared to be a miniature version of a human, with a slimy coating all over its body and small limbs. The more they examined it, the more it mystified them, especially when they observed it breathing and slightly shifting its eerie body. What do you think it was? A creepy being. While a farmer was out with his goats and cows, he sensed that something was not okay. So he took his camera out and started checking the area. And what he found was this creepy black creature with big horns at the very edge of his property. Even though the creature did not look interested in coming near or harming the man, it was still good that he only recorded the thing and did not try to go near. Nile crocodile. If you ever find yourself face to face with a Nile crocodile in the wild, you better watch out. These big guys are not to be messed with. They are one of the largest crocodile species in the world and have a reputation for being quite aggressive. They've been known to attack humans and other animals without much warning. So it's best to keep your distance.
Stop.
Cone snail. This is a little guy that you might not expect to be dangerous. The cone snail. These colorful little snails might seem harmless, but don't let their size fool you. They pack a venomous punch that can cause paralysis and even death. I mean, talk about a small but mighty creature. So if you're ever strolling along the beach and come across a cone snail, be sure to admire it from a safe distance. After all, you never know what could be lurking beneath that pretty shell. King cobra. These guys are some of the deadliest snakes on the planet, and they can grow up to a whopping 18 feet long. That's longer than most cars, people! And let's not forget about their venom. It's no joke. If they bite you, you could end up with respiratory failure and possibly even death. So if you ever come across a king cobra in the wild, just remember to give them the space they deserve and admire them from a safe distance. After all, it's better to be alive and well than up close and personal with one of these deadly snakes. Blue-ringed octopus. This little dude may be small, but trust me, it's a ninja in disguise. Its venom is like a 1-2 punch that can knock you out and even kill you in just a matter of minutes. Those blue rings on its body may look cool, but they're actually a warning sign that says back off. If you see one of these guys while you're out swimming or diving, keep your distance and give it some space. But let's be real here. As dangerous as they may be, blue-ringed octopuses are still pretty fascinating creatures. Just don't let their small size fool you. They pack a deadly punch. Cassowary. The cassowary is usually known for its striking appearance, with its bright blue head and neck and a large bony protrusion on its head called a casque. However, these birds are also incredibly dangerous, with sharp claws on their feet that can cause serious injury or even death. Cassowaries are also known to be territorial and can become aggressive if they feel threatened. And when they do, get ready to run as fast as you can and as long as you can, because they will follow you as long as they can. Black mamba. Get ready to meet the Usain Bolt of the snake world, the black mamba. This slithery speedster is the fastest snake in the world, and with a name like Mamba, you know it's not something to mess with. So if you ever find yourself face to face with a black mamba, just remember to give them their space and back away slowly. Trust me, you don't want to challenge this sprinting serpent to a race.
The Long Island Missing Posters. A hiker stumbled upon a trail of missing persons posters, all with the same face. Now, that's the stuff of nightmares. And the creepy journey didn't end there. It led to a cage with ripped clothes, more posters, and more suspicious liquid. Are we in a crime scene or a Hollywood thriller? Turns out, it was just a Halloween prank by some nearby folks. But hey, who needs sleep when you can have an adrenaline-fueled hike, right? So, if you're ever in New York and see a missing poster trail, just follow it to your own horror adventure. Catching birds for dinner. A simple fact that gorillas are not known to hunt birds is enough to say that this isn't something normal. A video recorded in March 2016 by a fisherman who was returning from a catch shows a huge furry animal on top of a pole. This furry animal was attempting to catch seagulls flying nearby. Upon capturing one of them, it started bashing the seagull aggressively on the pole, presenting its incredible strength, and started eating minutes later. As it was able to climb tall, narrow poles easily, Many speculated that it could be a gorilla, but honestly, it seems like a really hungry Bigfoot.
Dragging buck. It's not always the unearthly creatures that scare people, but ordinary animals can do this for us too. Just like this, when a strange buck was caught dead on a forest land. With its half-eaten back, the buck looked quite strange. And something even more bizarre was the other buck whose antlers were stuck in his. Because there were only two ways this could have been possible. Either the two of them were fighting when he died, so the other was left stuck with him, or the other one came back after he expired and ate half of his back. But being herbivores, how could that be possible? Witch in dark. A farmer, after hearing strange noises for several nights, decided to set up a trail camera to see what goes on there after midnight. Not capturing anything at first, it was when the man lost all his hopes that the eerie figure appeared on the screen. Looking like a witch, the creature had glowing eyes and a face resembling an alien. Because the rest of his body was not visible in the pitch dark forest, it left the people stunned, as no such creature had been seen before. So what was it? An alien? A witch? Or another hoax? Let me know what you guys think. Apparition in forest. As if the Bigfoots were not enough to stop people from wandering alone in the woods, ghosts decide to come out from their hideout too. Like here, when a neighbor of the dark woods decided to set up her trail camera in the woods to capture the wildlife, but instead caught surprise visitors coming out from the tree. There they are, floating for one moment and then vanishing at the second. So, smoke? But isn't smoke supposed to travel and not disappear all of a sudden? Then what could it be? Some cloaked interdimensional being? Or something else? Let me know what you think. Nightcrawlers. Known as the Fresno Nightcrawlers because they were first captured in a national park near Fresno in the year 2007. They were captured again after 7 years in the Yosemite National Park. Therefore, the footage of these creepy walkers spread on the internet like wildfire, only containing a pair of legs and presumed as aliens, and making it to the national TV shows. The footage was analyzed by a group of UFO experts who tried to find out the truth behind these eerie creatures. Even after examining the video to see if it was a prank or not, and actually using a kid and a prop to make sure of its originality, the researchers were left stunned as they could not find a single thing leading them to it as a prank. But if it is aliens, captured twice, it got the people thinking that how many times they would have gone unnoticed.
Enigmatic forest lights. In this video, a mysterious scene unfolds during the nighttime tranquility of a dense forest. Strange lights flicker in the distance, appearing and disappearing, captivating the owner's attention. Curiosity ensues as there are no visible houses nearby, and few people venture into this remote forest, especially at such late hours. As the footage plays, the peculiar movement of the light from one part to another adds to the intrigue. Speculations arise. Could it be lost hikers seeking their way out? Or is it something else at play? Such enigmatic occurrences have sparked interest in similar inexplicable events.
Chupacabra attacks. Several dead animals in one night without a single clue left, except from the fact that they were all bitten from the neck, left the investigators shocked as they had never witnessed anything like this before. But what was it? A vampire? Or really something that we don't know of? To find answers, the investigators set up a trail cam, and there it was. Horned creature. Sneaking out from a prickly bush, the creature was caught in Colombia by a farmer who was looking out for bees in the field. The animal had a black color and 2 horns over its head, which added to its peculiar looks. Sitting under a power pole, it was looking directly at the cameraman, giving the vibes that it would attack the man any moment. But scared of the creepy cryptid, the man did not dare go near it, and the horned beast, staying out for a few minutes, went behind the bushes and disappeared, as if it had never been there. Unicorn elk. Not exactly like the usual unicorns, but this one became famous because of the disability of its antler placed right above the nose, which made it the unicorn of the elk family. Captured in Tampico, a small town near Illinois, this deer appeared on the trail cam with a weird look. While the spectators believed that the deer was something alien, as this was a rare occurrence, the researchers revealed that, though uncommon, this is a natural phenomenon which occurs due to a genetic mutation, or sometimes due to an injury during the growth of antlers. Wood chaser. While walking through the woods, keep your eyes open, because you have no idea what might be sneaking at you from behind one of the scary bushes. Just like this guy, who received the shock of his life while trying to capture some cute moments of cougar babies.
Go away. Go away. I'm big and scary.
Suddenly, from behind a thick bush, a mama cougar emerged and made a crazy growl. The terrified guy tried both to escape and to confront the cougar by keeping an eye on her. He started yelling and grunting while the lion continued to follow him with her teeth flashing, ears pinned, and tail swishing. Fortunately, after those minutes of terror, he managed to pick up a rock and hurl it at her. And that's when she took off running back down the trail.
From eerie apparitions to strange creatures lurking in the shadows, this video will send shivers down your spine. Today we'll be looking into the dark and mysterious world of trail cameras, where bizarre and spine-chilling encounters are captured. Let's get started!
Mysterious creature. In another terrifying encounter, a lone hiker walked the moonlit woods, guided only by the faint rays of silver light. Yet, as he ventured deeper into the shadows, he came face to face with a nightmare come to life. A demon-like creature, a sight straight from the pages of ancient lore or fantastical Pokemon, stood motionless before him, in its sinister gaze sending chills down his spine. The hiker's breath hitched in his throat as he felt the weight of the unknown pressing upon him.
Creature at supernatural speed. During the road, the car comes to a halt, and suddenly, an otherworldly figure materializes in the distance, sprinting with supernatural speed. Bewildering and ghostly, the creature emerges in the video, its form obscured by darkness, yet strangely white with 4 agile legs propelling it forward. Its movements, reminiscent of a predator, exude an air of danger. Unfazed by potential threats, the passengers remain transfixed, watching this enigmatic being with equal parts fear and fascination. As the creature vanishes into the night, the unsettling encounter leaves viewers pondering its authenticity and pondering the unimaginable possibilities it holds.
Californian coast mermaid. In the video, we can see the mermaid swaying its tail in an impressive way. The tail movement confirms that it's a real mermaid and not a person wearing a mermaid tail, as no one can shake a fake tail that skillfully. The video is a bit blurry, but I believe it's genuine and not some edited nonsense people post on social media. There's plenty of evidence supporting the existence of this species, and I genuinely think they exist, but we humans still need to uncover their secret hiding spots. A man was hiking in the woods alone one day when he noticed a very strange being in the distance, constantly staring at him. He gets closer to look at what it is, and what the camera captures is horrifying. A human-like creature is standing motionless beside a tree, completely wrapped in a white shroud. It has a very demonic face, and red liquid is dripping from the head. It has white hair and looks like a demonic possession. The person who captured the video thinks he captured the footage of a Japanese ghost called Pokon. This ghost is said to be wearing their funeral shroud. It's basically like a mummy.
TikTok terror. A group of audacious teens embarked on a late-night drive through the shadows of darkness when they became entangled in a creepy encounter. As they crossed the landscape, a humanoid figure, lanky and ominous, materialized before their eyes, sending shivers down their spines. Whispers of the dreaded rake echoed through their minds, a cryptid known to instill terror with its long, razor-sharp claws. People said it was a mere hoax, but slow-motion analysis of the bone-chilling footage revealed telltale signs of something otherworldly lurking in the shadows.
Witch in a graveyard. While exploring a graveyard in Hungary, a guy who was researching ghosts and unusual artifacts came across a spooky encounter. He stumbled upon necklaces made from human teeth and an abandoned graveyard. To his surprise, he discovered a goth-looking woman, possibly a witch, hiding in the area. Instead of running away, he shouted at her, causing her to gather her things and flee. The guy tried to chase after her into the forest, but suddenly fell to the ground as if something was holding his feet down. A person started recording his dog after he noticed that the dog was acting really weird. The dog was sitting in the backyard and constantly staring into the darkness. As the person started recording, he saw two glowy eyes in the darkness staring back and lurking here and there. Some viewers thought it could be some cryptid creature hiding in the dark, while others said it was some normal animal. But if it was some normal animal or raccoon, wouldn't the dog chase it away?
Cryptid in Yosemite. Within the picturesque beauty of Yosemite, a peculiar sight caught the attention of a camera. Bizarre, featherless figures moved with an unnatural gait, resembling a type of cryptid. Their enigmatic appearance, almost ghost-like and devoid of details, left a trail of intrigue but little explanation. The figures danced down the hill in a curious display before vanishing into the wilderness, leaving puzzled witnesses to wonder what they had just witnessed. The Masked Man in the Woods. An eerie video was captured one night, revealing a man with a terrifying mask walking on his knees in the dark forest. The video quickly went viral, drawing massive public attention and leaving everyone puzzled about the man's intentions. The sight of the masked figure wandering alone through the woods raised many questions and fears. Why was he there? What was he doing? The channel owners themselves were baffled by the mysterious encounter. As speculation and theories abound, viewers are left to wonder about the unsettling presence of the masked man in the deep, dark woods. The haunting footage continues to intrigue and haunt the online community.
A strange creature was spotted in the forest by paranormal investigators while walking through. They had so many complaints about something haunting a small part of a forest in Ontario, Canada. The creature had a very horrifying face and long hair. They saw this demonic creature stalking them from a distance. It was terrifying to look at and had a weird pale skin. As soon as the investigators spotted this figure, it quickly escaped into the woods and vanished in the dark. It had glowing eyes and was hideous to look at. Its reflexes were sharp and was huge in size.
Unearthly encounter. One person's encounter with this video allegedly left their phone damaged. As we carefully analyze the footage, a mysterious figure emerges from behind a tree, seemingly toying with the camera, only to vanish as quickly as it appeared. Moments later, it reappears, pulling down the trail camera, leaving an unsettling mark on the scene. Is it just a skilled individual wearing elaborate makeup? Or could we be facing something beyond the realm of the ordinary? Could this be the elusive rake, a paranormal being known to lurk in the shadows of the woods?
An unearthly visitor's clues. In the woods of Karnataka, India, a security camera had captured a puzzling sight. A black child-sized creature that crawled and climbed up a villa. Locals had believed it to be the spirit of a child, while others had suspected an extraterrestrial presence. The investigation into this mysterious visitor had led to the unraveling of the enigma of this paranormal intruder, leaving everyone curious about the true nature of the creature. Blood-curdling scream. Once a group of friends set off on a camping expedition, seeking adventure and bonding amidst the wilderness. They pitched their tents in the heart of an isolated forest, a perfect retreat for a night of fun. Little did they know that their escapade would soon spiral into a spine-chilling nightmare. As darkness fell, blood-curdling screams pierced the stillness of the night. Frightened, they grabbed their flashlights and ventured out to unravel the source of terror. Yet, no visible explanation awaited them. Instead, they stumbled upon a grotesque sight, a crude corn husk doll ominously hanging from a rope. The nightmare screams continued, and the eerie presence sent shivers down their spines. I hope they got out of there fast.
Oh, no.
The Flight of New Jersey Devil. This video is about the heart of myth and reality, brought to life by David Black's remarkable footage. The legendary creature known as the New Jersey Devil has always remained elusive, residing in the realm of myth and folklore. However, this encounter challenges everything we thought we knew about this mysterious being. While strolling through southern New Jersey, David witnessed the New Jersey Devil taking flight before his very eyes. Swiftly grabbing his camera, he immortalized the momentous event, forever altering our perceptions. Figure roams the forest. A trail cam set up to ward off lurking predators captures a sight far beyond the ordinary. Instead of the expected wildlife, a peculiar gray figure emerges. Its deliberate, purposeful strides through the forest leave viewers perplexed. Seemingly at home in the wild, the figure kneels and stands with an enigmatic intent, adding to its otherworldly aura. Is it the spirit of someone long gone? A cryptid lurking in the shadows? Or simply someone in a makeshift ghost costume? The debate rages on, and opinions diverge between the paranormal and the mundane. Chupacabra or raccoon? This video showcases a figure that flirts with scientific acceptance and rational thought. None other than the elusive Chupacabra. With its bald skin, glowing eyes, and alien-like appearance, it's no wonder the local individual behind the recording drew this astonishing conclusion. As the creature forages through garbage, fear ripples through the community, unsure of this enigmatic being's true identity. While wildlife experts suggest it might be a severely ill raccoon, doubts linger. Skeptics suspect a deliberate cover-up to avoid tourist disruption. The truth remains shrouded in mystery, leaving us with a spine-tingling puzzle that demands further exploration.
A boy named Noah went truck camping in April 2020. He went camping in the forest of Sun River, Oregon. He parked his truck at a spot he thought was perfect and slept in the back of his truck. Later in the night, he started hearing very loud footsteps. He woke up and started recording on his GoPro. The footsteps can be heard loud and clear in the footage. Then, the creature, whose identity is still unknown, starts to knock on the truck.
Knocking on my truck.
The boy stays still, and all the doors are locked, but he's still scared. However, he stays still and lets it happen until he can hear the footsteps leaving. Upon awakening and commencing his journey homeward, he perceives the presence of palm imprints adorning his automobile, particularly concentrated upon the rear window, suggesting an individual's attempt to peer within and gain access. This narrative is among the most unsettling accounts ever encountered.
Goblins in the woods. In these mysterious woods, a trail camera has captured something quite baffling, leaving us scratching our heads. Is it a giant creature or those sharp claws that have us spooked the most? Some are even speculating that it could be a goblin. Goblins have been part of folklore for centuries, with various tales emerging from different parts of the world. From mischievous to malicious, these mythical creatures are often associated with the natural world and dark places. Whether they exist in our world or the realm of fantasy, goblins continue to intrigue and trouble our imaginations. Perhaps this park ranger has stumbled upon one, or maybe more goblins are hiding deep in the woods, waiting for us to uncover their secrets. Terrifying ritual in woods. In the depths of Vancouver, a wildlife enthusiast sets up a trail camera, hoping to capture some critters. Instead, they record pure nightmare fuel. Two women covered in black hair feast on a deer's carcass. Are they witches, or are we dealing with something even darker? Walking demons? And who's that mysterious man lurking nearby? The images raise more questions than answers. And we're left haunted by the eerie possibilities. Mystery House. Under the shroud of darkness, two men approached a seemingly deserted and isolated house. As they focused their flashlights on the windows, a bone-chilling sight sent them reeling with fear. A small figure akin to a child stood ominously in the doorway, its presence foreboding and mysterious. Uncertain of the house's history, they hesitated to venture closer, leaving behind an unsettling mystery that would linger in their memories.
A levitating girl. So this Russian guy was out walking in the woods with his dog, having a nice stroll. Suddenly, his dog stopped listening to him and started barking at something. That's when the guy decided to point his camera in that direction. And guess what? He recorded something that shocked not only him, but the whole world. There was a woman with a child, but instead of standing or running like normal humans, the child was floating in the air, and the woman was just staring at her. As soon as they noticed someone nearby, they both ran away. During the month of February in the year 2013, certain individuals reported auditory sensations emanating from approximate woodland area during the nocturnal hours. The individuals characterized the sound as boisterous expressions of mirth. The individual who perceived their conversation proceeded to venture outdoors and discreetly documented the entire occurrence utilizing their mobile device. The sounds of amusement were of an unsettling nature, possessing a volume that allowed for their reverberation to extend into the surrounding vicinity. The audible presence of laughter, characterized by its unsettling and intense nature, is readily discernible within the visual recording. A trail camera in upstate New York captured an unusual image of two reindeer feeding on grass in the dark. Both of the creatures appeared to have detected the presence of the camera in some way, as they're shown gazing intently into its lens despite the absence of light. On the other hand, the reindeer pay no attention to the camera and continue to consume the bushes in the area. The contrast of the glow from their eyes against the darkness of the background gives them a menacing appearance. Black creepy creature. Two farmers in Mexico were woken up in the middle of the night by their goats going crazy. They rushed outside to see what the commotion was about, and guess what? They found a weird black creature clinging onto one of their goats' necks. They tried everything to get it off, but it took a few minutes of struggling before it finally let go and scurried off into the woods. The farmers even tried to chase after it, but it vanished into thin air. Can you believe it? What do you think that strange creature could be, and where did it come from? The mystery remains unsolved.
Creepy night visitor. In a spooky nighttime trail cam recording, a mysterious foggy creature was spotted, slinking through the trees. Was it a car? Perhaps a forest ghost? Nobody knew for sure. This eerie encounter raised more questions than answers, lingering in the minds of those who watched the unsettling footage. The ethereal figure moving through the dark, shrouded in mist.
A weird woman. Here's a strange story about a woman in a white dress who was walking in the middle of the road at night. Her walk was so weird that anyone would feel creeped out by it. It's unclear whether she was a witch or just an old woman in need of help. We'll probably never find out.
Eyes in the dark. It's a chilling tale of a man haunted by an unsettling feeling in his bedroom. Determined to unravel the mystery, he sets up a camera to capture the truth, and what he discovers is nothing short of bone-chilling. In the ghostly morning recording, a small figure bends over his bed, sending shivers down his spine. Confused and alarmed, he rules out the possibility of it being his kid, for he lives alone. So, what on earth could it be? Is it an otherworldly visitor, an enigmatic cryptid lurking in the shadows, or a mere glitch of the camera? A zombie-like figure. This video, captured on a trail cam, unleashes an eerie encounter that defies explanation. The camera's owner was left petrified and stunned as he stumbled upon footage that was far from ordinary. Originally set up to capture nocturnal wildlife, what emerged was the unsettling image of a zombie-like figure. The baffling part? This was no Halloween prank. It was recorded in October, nowhere near the spooky season. While some may argue for the possibility of illness or a costume, the recorder's mind was gripped by the idea of witnessing a real-life zombie. Shared online, opinions on the footage have sparked a storm of speculation. As the debate rages on, the question lingers. Does this unearthly video provide evidence of the existence of zombies? Or is it a puzzle waiting to be solved?
A surprising video was taken by a camera that showed a girl floating in the air next to her mother wearing a bomber jacket. The girl seems to be influenced by an external power, like a demon or a spirit. The lady next to the girl in the video seems totally calm while watching the girl float in the air without any help.
Strange neighborhood street. Sometimes, the most ordinary settings can become the stage for the most extraordinary encounters. One quiet night on a neighborhood street, a man and his friend decided to investigate strange noises they'd been hearing. As they ventured out with their camera, little did they know that they were about to capture something out of this world. Through the night vision, they spotted a humanoid figure moving in the dark, making eerie sounds that sent chills down their spines.
Hey, who is that?
The bizarre encounter, though blurry, has left viewers wondering if they witnessed a genuine otherworldly event or a well-crafted hoax. Bear versus mirror. Who's the fairest of them all? It's a humorous encounter captured by a trail cam. A curious bear stumbled upon a mirror in the woods. Startled by its own reflection, the bear comically leapt away from the mysterious intruder. The baffled bear then circled back, cautiously investigating the mirror from different angles. The comical spectacle continued as the bear attempted to engage in a duel with its reflection, playfully hitting the glass. The trail cam owner couldn't help but chuckle at the bear's antics, proving that even in the wild, nature's creatures can display a sense of humor. Mysterious creature in Canadian forest. Nature can be both captivating and terrifying, as proven by this haunting 2010 video from Canada. A hiker accompanied by his brother set out to explore the forest near their campground. Little did they know that this innocent hike would become a life-changing encounter. Suddenly, they came across something they couldn't explain. A large, hunched creature that stood at a towering 7 feet tall. With their hearts pounding, they struggled to comprehend what they were witnessing. Was it an undiscovered animal species or a cryptid roaming the woods? The mysterious figure remains an enigma, leaving viewers contemplating the secrets of the wilderness. Bear chasing horses, a wild pursuit. In the untamed wilderness of Alberta, a breathtaking sight unfolded as a group of wild horses thundered through the woods, kicking up a cloud of dust in their wake. Among them, a white foal darted with pure fear etched on its face. Suddenly, the scene took a heart-stopping turn when a massive grizzly bear emerged from the dusty haze, hot on the heels of the galloping horses. The bear's pursuit was intense. However, the trail cam's view cut short, leaving the outcome shrouded in mystery. What do you think? Did the bear catch its prey, or did the fleet-footed horses outsmart the mighty predator? Alien encounter in Holland. A man from Holland captured a video that defied all explanation, an alleged alien sighting. In July of 2008, he noticed strange UFO-like lights in the sky and decided to investigate further. Armed with his camera, he wandered into the night, hoping to catch a glimpse of the mysterious phenomenon. What he encountered was beyond belief. A bizarre creature emerged from the darkness, making eerie sounds that sent shivers down his spine. The blurry figure and the enigmatic encounter raised countless questions. Was it a cleverly orchestrated hoax, or did he truly come face to face with beings from another world? A haunting forest sighting. Lost in the depths of a New Zealand forest, a traveler had captured an eerie zombie-like cry that echoed through the night. Drawn to the source of the sound, he encountered an otherworldly being unlike anything he'd seen before. Fear and adrenaline had taken over, and he had fled, capturing only a fleeting image of this enigmatic creature. The heart of darkness had enveloped the traveler as he sought to uncover the truth behind this hair-raising encounter, leaving him haunted by the experience.
A haunted house. Get ready for this spine-chilling tale that will send shivers down your spine. Meet Leonardo, whose haunting experiences in his mother's house will leave you on the edge of your seat. Suspecting a ghostly presence for years, he decided to take matters into his own hands and installed a fixed camera to capture the inexplicable. The footage revealed hair-raising movements, the oven opening and shutting, and cooking utensils thrown by an invisible force. As he bravely faced the manifestation, a shadowy figure moved across the room, leaving Leonardo undeterred. But the terror escalated as a pale face appeared from behind the wall. Unmistakably a female spirit. The ongoing investigation has Leonardo documenting every chilling encounter as the evidence keeps piling up.
Face-changing woman. Here's a super creepy video caught on a security camera. When it first went online, it blew everyone's minds. Not only do the woman's eyes glow, but she also undergoes some freaky face changing. We don't know who she is for sure, but this video will definitely give you the creeps every time you watch it. A camera caught a rare photo of a mysterious creature in the mountains. The creature seems like a big gorilla. The creature has strong arms and a broad upper body, making it look powerful. Also, it has hairy skin, which makes it look textured. A trail camera captured a widely shared image online, causing strong reactions. The creature is called Bigfoot by people. It looks like a huge humanoid with big feet. What do you think about it? Is this creature possibly Bigfoot? This footage of a swamp in North Queensland shows a strange creature emerging out of the swamp and then going back in after a few moments. Even the experts and scientists have no clue yet about this creature and where it came from. It looks like a dark green thing with a weird shape and white fins. Some viewers say it is a whale, but how could a whale get in a swamp? Others think it was some supernatural being. However, there's still no idea about what this creature could be and where it came from.
Ghost-like figure. In this unsettling video on YouTube, a landowner's trail camera captured an unusual incident on December 19, 2022. The landowner, who owns vast forested land and enjoys hunting, had set up several cameras to record wildlife activity. However, this time something bizarre was recorded. The footage shows a mysterious figure wearing a long white robe wandering through the bushes. It's unclear whether it's a human in a peculiar outfit or a supernatural entity. Though it appears to be a person, the question remains, why was the strange individual wandering in the woods seemingly lost? Mutant deer or antler trickery. In a cryptic trail cam recording from December 2010, a peculiar animal wandered into view, looking like a deer with massive gnarly antlers. However, upon closer examination, experts began to speculate about the creature's nature, its true nature. The antlers appeared misshapen, forming an odd cluster that puzzled onlookers. Some believed it was a mutated deer, while others proposed it was suffering from antler warts. The enigmatic creature's appearance was undoubtedly bizarre, leading to many arguments about its identity within the scientific community. Ghostly reflection. Within the confines of her home, a woman faced an eerie and inexplicable reflection. The ghostly figure with dark hair seemed to cast a haunting gaze over her shoulder. However, her unflinching composure hinted at a demeanor unshaken by the encounter. As the video zoomed in, the chilling image deepened with intrigue surrounding the paranormal visitation. Was it an elaborate hoax, or did she possess nerves of steel, unyielding to the supernatural realm?
Paranormal encounter. Stepping into the ethereal world of mysterious glowing orbs, an enigmatic phenomenon often associated with the supernatural. Legends speak of these orbs as ethereal manifestations of spirits, ghosts, or even fairies, hovering in places they deem safe. Venture deep into the Tennessee woods through a trail cam image that captured these haunting lights. Was it a brush with otherworldly entities or a mere trick of the camera flash? The image sparked debates within the paranormal community, with some advocating for the possibility of genuine paranormal activity, while others lean towards logical explanations like shutter speed or external light sources.
This rare trail camera footage shows mountain lions wandering in the mountains. The body of the beast is shining in the sunlight, while they can be seen walking in all their glory down the path. 4 mountain lions at different sizes can be seen walking around in the woods. The background is snowy, indicating the cold weather of the area.
Ghostly reflection and unfazed encounters. In the comfort of her home, a woman's tranquility was shattered when her dog sensed an eerie presence lurking in the shadows. The brief appearance of an apparition sent shivers down her spine, leaving her in awe and disbelief. The enigmatic figure appeared for mere seconds before vanishing, leaving a lingering mystery in its wake. Was it a hoax? Or was it a genuine and unsettling encounter with the unexplained? The ghostly glowing eyes. On the hauntingly silent night of October 22, 2016, an unsuspecting gentleman returned home after a night out. Suddenly, he got curious and instinctively reached for his trusty camera. Compelled to investigate this unnatural calm, stepping out into the chilling air, he couldn't fathom the shocking sight that would greet him. Not a harmless possum or a friendly neighbor's pet. Instead, his lens captured a puzzling creature with ethereal glowing eyes. Rumors and whispers spread like wildfire, dubbing the entity the Bushcrawler, a mysterious entity now seared into his memory forever.
A person set up trail cameras after hearing rumors about a mountain lion roaming around in his area. However, what the trail camera captured was far more mysterious and creepy than the mountain lion. The footage retrieved showed a mysterious woman covered in white clothes from head to toe, wandering in the area. The being in the footage seems to be carrying a black bag too, and has a hunchback. She seems homeless, which is very strange because the person's home is in a very isolated area. A family in America known as the Hernandezes witnessed something strange in their parking lot. Mr. Hernandez says he saw something strange through the window one evening. However, when he told his wife Brianna, she said she saw nothing. They then checked the security footage, and there was a pale, blurry figure going across the street. The figure could clearly be seen in the security camera footage, leaving the couple in shock. The family believes that it was a ghost of someone's uncle who died in that area a few years back. Whatever it was, there is no evidence that if it was really a ghost or just a trick of the light. 2 babies. So there's this cute bear cub named Boog, and guess what he finds in his living room? A baby deer is just chilling there. At first, Boog is kinda careful, slowly approaching the little deer. But the deer is like, nah, I'm not interested, and ignores Boog's attempts to be buddies. But you know what? Boog doesn't give up. He's patient and keeps trying until he finally wins her over. And then they have this adorable little encounter. Who says animals can't be friends, right?
Ghost cat. During one spooky night, a security camera caught something peculiar. A ghostly cat strolling across a front porch. It was like Casper's long-lost cousin. The see-through feline seemed to vanish into thin air as it crossed the porch, leaving everyone baffled. Was it a ghostly apparition or just a camera glitch? Either way, it was a perfectly good encounter. That'll leave you with goosebumps. A real Dobby. In this video, we come across a mysterious creature that strongly resembles Dobby, the beloved character from Harry Potter. It's quite exciting to think about the possibility of a hidden world of magic existing somewhere beyond our human understanding. The creature's bizarre movements, similar to a chicken dance, and thin legs make it evident that this is no ordinary human. While it's fun to entertain the idea of magical beings living among us, it's essential to remember that such sightings could be the result of various factors, like optical illusions or creative hoaxes. Turkey Fight Club. A seemingly innocent forest scene turned into a turkey battle royal. Turkeys out of nowhere started attacking each other. Why? No one could tell. The trail cam owner thought it was the coolest thing he'd ever caught on tape. These turkeys proved that they were no ordinary birds, but fierce gladiators of the wild. The sight of these seemingly harmless birds going into a frenzy of feathers and beaks left everyone amused and perplexed.
Battle between polar bear and the dog. In the icy forest of the far north, a fierce battle unfolded between a polar bear and a husky doggy. The forest was silent, except for the soft crunch of snow under their paws. The polar bear, massive and white as the snow itself, stood like a frozen mountain, its muscles tightened. On the other side, the husky, with its polished and graceful frame, barked bravely, ready to cover its home. The bear swiped its powerful paw at the husky, but the doggy was quick and danced out of the way. The husky nipped at the bear's heels, trying to keep its distance. It was a formal of survival in the chilly nature. The bear roared, and the husky's bark echoed through the frozen geography. For hours, the two foes circled each other, testing their strength and determination. In the end, the husky's cunning and speed exceeded the bear's brute force. With one final jump, the husky landed a heavy bite on the bear's nose, causing it to retreat with a powerful roar. Brave bears escape. Once upon a time, in a thick, wild forest, there was a big, crabby bear who lived in a comfortable backyard. The bear had grown tired of the small space and feared for the freedom of the forest beyond his barrier. One sunny morning, as Benny was stretching his massive paws, he got an idea. He decided it was time to break free from his backyard confinement. With a heavy cause and a blasting crash, Bear knocked down the barrier that had held him caught for so long. It was a sight to behold as the awkward planks splintered and flew far and wide. Hyperactive and a little bit horrified, Bear made a run for it, charging into the lush green forest. He felt the cool breath on his fur, heard the chittering of the birds, and knew he was eventually home where he belonged. Police captured the mischievous bear. Once upon a time, in a quiet little city, being strange was passing. People woke up to find their cars all knocked up, and it was not because of a big storm. No, there was a bear on the loose, and it sounded to have a thing for cars. The furry troublemaker would come out at night and start poking around, breaking windows, and scratching the clear paint. The townsfolk were getting enough worried about their damaged cars, and they knew they had to do being, so they called the police. The courageous officers set up a plan to catch the bear red-handed. They put out some tempting snacks and left a trail of honey leading to a big net. One night, the bear took the lure, following the appetizing scent straight into the trap. The net fell and the bear was caught. The people cheered for their heroic police, who had eventually put an end to the car-stranding bear's darkness tricks. The city could sleep peacefully formerly more, knowing their cars were safe from the mischievous bear's paw prints. Creepy crawlies captured on trail cam. In the quiet darkness of the forest, hidden from natural eyes, being mysterious was passing. Trail cameras, like silent guardians, were landing the secrets of the night. These were not ordinary night scenes. They were filled with creepy crawlies that made your skin twinge with conspiracy and shivers. Imagine a moonlit night, where black stepped and leaves whispered secrets. Suddenly, the trail camera caught a spider spinning its intricate web, glistering with dew. The creepy silence was broken by the soft fluttering of nightsticks, captured flight in their search for prey. The camera's lens revealed slippery critters like owls, their eyes flashing like burning coals, and a curious raccoon scavenging for night snacks. As the night wore on, the trail camera's observant eye disclosed a world, many ever confirmation. It was a spine-clinking trip into the quiet nightly life of the forest, where creepy crawlies took center stage, and the darkness held its secrets nearby. Three-eyed creature. The camera caught a mysterious, uneasy clip. This video that was recorded is very cryptic and filled the air with spine-chilling and fear. In this video, the two friends are walking on the woodland. They wanted to test their new trail camera in these woodland. They faced the camera towards a spot where they thought wild animals might be left overnight. They returned to see what they'd caught on camera. When they come to check what camera had recorded, the friends were very shocked, and everyone who viewed this video also shocked and horrified. There was a creature with 3 glowing eyes hiding in the bushes. It was looking very unfamiliar and scary. That held those operators or viewers in suspense and make terrified. The air was truly pervade, enigmatic and fearful. The 3 eyes of this creature or being was very eerie and frightened. They are glowing and illuminated. Is it was a paranormal creature or something else? This was looking very spooky. That was still hidden or unrevealed yet. No one can point out what it was. Mysterious night figure. On a dark and moonless night, a peculiar incident unfolded in front of a home security camera. The camera, a silent observer, recorded a scene that sent chills down the spine. It captured a mysterious sight on the front lawn, enveloped in an air of mystery. From the dark, an unknown figure emerged, moving in an unexpected way. The figure seemed bent over, like a ghostly shadow caught on camera. But what was unsettling was not just the posture. It was the distinct impression of age that clung to this mysterious being. Its stooped back suggested an elderly appearance, as if time had twisted its spine. Oddly, the figure moved urgently, darting about with an unclear purpose, leaving its intentions unknown. The night was draped in mystery, and this strange sight became the talk among concerned residents. Speculation spread, but no one could identify this mysterious apparition or understand why it ventured out into the quiet night. The figure vanished as suddenly as it appeared, leaving behind only unanswered questions. These mysteries continued to haunt the curious minds of those who dared to ponder the unexplained and inexplicable. Killer clown. A strange and unsettling video emerged from a deep forest, puzzling both the operators and viewers. They witnessed a spooky clown figure that made them feel uneasy. This eerie clown was seen walking among the trees, only visible through the night vision of the trail camera. Strangely, it seemed like the clown noticed the hidden camera and confidently moved toward it. The reasons behind this mysterious figure's presence remained unclear. Why would someone be in a forest at night dressed as a clown? Was it a ghostly being, or just someone with an unusual hobby for late-night forest walks? The unexplained nature of this odd encounter left everyone confused. In the midst of the dark forest at midnight, the clown's appearance created a genuinely eerie and unsettling atmosphere, prompting numerous unanswered questions. A bulldog versus mountain lion. In the midst of a rugged mountain, a trail camera captures a predator mercilessly hunting its prey on a quiet, eerie night. Unexpectedly, another fierce predator appears, observing the same scene. Initially, a wild lion is seen devouring its meal until a bulldog meanders into the perilous territory. While the camera focuses on the bulldog exploring the area with confidence, it remains oblivious to the lurking danger of a stronger, more cunning force watching its every move. Like a looming shadow, the eyes of the mountain lion fixate on the unsuspecting bulldog, waiting to pounce on the intruder. In a swift and silent move, the mountain lion leaps towards the bulldog, leaving the video's conclusion uncertain, whether the bulldog escaped or fell prey to the mountain lion's attack. The mysterious creature. The camera recorded something strange in the deep forest. It showed a creature hiding behind a tree, unlike anything anyone had seen. Glaring eyes. Trail cam footage has been making headlines. However, the spotlight isn't on the animal captured by it, but on an enigmatic presence that the unblinking lens inadvertently revealed. In the vast fields of the forest, amidst the lurking darkness, an innocent deer could be seen grazing peacefully through the meadows. I know nothing exciting, but here comes the spooky part. If you focus on the left side of the footage, you'll see two large glowing eyes glaring through the darkness of the forest. These giant eyes kept revealing themselves for quite a few minutes, and then they suddenly disappeared into the darkness. This strange footage raised many questions about the creature hiding behind woods. Some claimed it to be Bigfoot's glowing eyes, whereas some pointed it as a forest curse dwelling through the fields. What do you guys think? Do let us know about your theories. A waddling creature. A driver recording his journey through the wilderness of the forest came across something peculiar and strange on his way. Through the bumpy road, in the middle of the forest, a moving object at the side of the road playing with the puddle caught the driver's attention from afar. Hence, on coming close to that creature, the driver zoomed in, and as soon as it began driving across it, this dark-colored creature swiftly sprinted into the woods with a dangling gait. Unaware of the nature of this peculiar animal, the driver kept recording it while driving past it. Now, coming to the question of the nature of this wild animal, if you look closely at it, you'd find white stripes across it, making it look like a wild skunk and not an eerie creature. The skunk, upon seeing the driver, ran into the woods as they are protective of their surroundings. Cursed photographs. Imagine taking pictures while hiking through a thick forest only to find a haunted spirit peeking through your photographs. Scary, isn't it? A similar series of events happened with a couple when they were enjoying their hiking venture in the mountain forest, unaware of the presence of spooky spirits wandering around. Upon looking through their camera roll, they were astonished to spot a strange presence behind them. At first, it seemed like a bird, captured while taking its flight, but as they zoomed over, a wave of fear ran across their body as there was a strange figure with a clear face peeking from the trees. A demonic presence, a satanic face trying to get in the frame of a happy couple-like curse. The couple ran checks over this footage. However, this case remained unresolved as the authorities were unable to locate any evidence regarding this strange encounter. Ominous nightmare. When your eyes suddenly open in the middle of the night, a normal person would usually encounter darkness and peaceful silence surrounding him, wouldn't he? But there are some people who would come across cursed creatures with their dreadful sight and voices haunting the surroundings if their eyes accidentally opened at a specific time, or you can say 3 a.m. In this video, a girl encounters a goat coming from behind the curtain. At first glance, it appears normal, but as the goat opens its mouth, waves of horrific sound reach the eardrums, making one hold his ear. The girl shifts her camera towards the clock, showing the dreadful time of the day, 3 a.m. In the meantime, the goat's shrieking voice, accompanied by the black tentacles coming out of its mouth and glowing eyes, can be seen clearly in the darkness of the night. This scene is truly terrifying for one sight, but the vlogger seems accustomed to this behavior of the goat and calmly closes the door on the goat, completely shutting it out of the room. The creature of Romania. This peculiar video began with a man recording himself while talking about the unusual sighting that occurred in the Romanian zoo. The man emphasized that such a creature had never been sighted anywhere in the world. However, it is enchained here at the Romanian zoo constraints. After the initial warning, the man entered a dark hall filled with other tourists and visitors. Among these usual voices, strange howls and cries were heard, which kept getting louder as the man moved further into the hall. At last, in the end, a colossal cage was seen with a dwarf-like creature with a distorted face and features, amusing the curious tourists with his unusual appearance and distinct howls. Wild intruder. Who would have imagined that, when you clocked out of your job, the next time you see your workplace, it would be in the coverage of a news channel portraying a horrific scene of a wild bear entering your workplace? It is a heinous sight, isn't it? That exact scene was recorded in the camera footage of Aspen Resort, where a wild bear was wandering around in the resort's kitchen. It is an abominable situation one must never encounter, but sometimes luck is not on your side. This luck ran short on the night guard of Aspen Resort, where he met the rile-up bear after hearing the rustle and bustle in the kitchen. At first, the security didn't come face-to-face with the bear, but as he slowly inspected further into the blind spot of camera footage, the wild bear flung out his sharp claws toward the poor security guard and tossed the poor guy at a feet distance, which probably was best as he sprung out of the door, while the bear also finds this opportunity to escape from that place. A heroic day. A daunting encounter took place on the streets of British Columbia, Canada, where a bear came in a face-to-face meeting with a little boy strolling along with his cycle in front of his front door. Upon seeing the boy, the bear walked gradually toward him in his quest to sniff the young lad. However, in this spine-tingling situation, the boy didn't lose his calm. Instead, he kept still and stared at the bear as he sprinted towards him. When there were only a few inches left between the kid and the bear, a man from behind plunged into the scene like an angel from the sky. With his arm wide open, he began hushing away the bear. Luckily, this trick worked, and the bear ran towards the car and hid behind it. The man still kept looking for the bear in an attempt to scare him away, and his efforts bore fruit as the bear quickly walked away from the neighborhood. Overall, it was an act of courage by both. the young boy kept his nerves under control while the man courageously took charge of the situation and saved the day.
Scratching and dancing. In the wilds of Prince George, a trail cam caught something extraordinary. A bear dancing! Not in a terrifying way, mind you, but hilariously wobbling up and down a tree to scratch an itch. Mike Costi, the lucky witness, has seen plenty of funny bear antics on his 45-acre property. This bear, not interested in chasing prey, refused to dance to his own rhythm. Bears use trees as personal scratching posts, which gives them a playful and mischievous edge. Remember, if you spot bear scratches in the woods, they might just be dancing the night away instead of seeking a frightful encounter.
11. Brave three-legged cat fights off fox for egg. This amazing video captures the moment a cat puts up a fight against a fox who's trying to steal an egg from its territory. What's even more impressive is that the cat has only 3 legs, yet it's still able to hold its own against the cunning fox. As you can see, the cat is missing one of its hind legs, which would ordinarily put it at a disadvantage in a physical altercation. But the cat refuses to let that hinder it, and it stands its ground, ready to defend its territory and the precious egg. The fox tries to grab the egg, but the cat quickly pounces and scratches the fox with its claws. The fox runs away and comes back again for the egg, but the cat doesn't give up. It continues to fight back with all the strength it has, determined to protect what's rightfully theirs. In the ending, the cat emerges victorious, scaring off the fox and reclaiming the egg. It's truly amazing to see how much courage and resilience this little feline has, despite the odds being against it.
Vicious giraffe. Thinking of some weird, wild events? Show me something rarer than this. I'm sure you can't beat this one. Here is a rare herd of giraffes that shocked wildlife experts when they were spotted scavenging on a buffalo carcass. The video opens with a giraffe picking through the remains of a dead animal. Then another joins the feast, and then one more giraffe enters the frame to try the new taste. Although it was really disturbing to see these giant herbivores doing such a bizarre act, in reality, this is an ordinary case of bone eating, and the animal shown is searching for a small bone that it can chew on for key minerals missing from its plant-based diet.
Eerie night at the bar. Inside a seemingly regular bar, security footage captures a typical night where people socialize, chat, and enjoy their drinks. As closing time approaches, only the bartender and 2 other individuals remain. Suddenly, an inexplicable event unfolds, sending shivers down the spine. The chair closest to the camera begins to sway gently, unnoticed by the 3 engrossed in their work. Gradually, it topples to the floor, prompting their bewildered expressions. They quickly restore it, but wonder about the strange incident. Unbeknownst to them, a subtle presence passes by in the background, a ghostly figure bearing the likeness of a child. Upon closer scrutiny, the translucent form suggests a playful spirit, perhaps of a mischievous child. Could it be the lingering presence of a prankster ghost finding amusement in late-night antics?
Swinging creature. Bigfoot. The tales of this elusive creature are woven into the fabric of Bigfoot hunters. Although there are several clips on the internet that provide evidence of this legendary beast, this one is the most unique of all, as this time, instead of a giant Bigfoot, a baby Bigfoot was filmed. This happened in December 2011, when a group of tourists was filming almost 100 miles away from New York City. Suddenly, a black figure emerged swinging on the trees just behind them. Apparently, the hairy creature was smaller in size than a giant Bigfoot, so it's assumed that it could be a baby Bigfoot that was jumping and playing in the trees, just like baby apes do. Crouching skinwalker. Where many of us deny the existence of cryptids in our world, appearing every now and then, they keep trying to prove us wrong. This time, a resident of a small town in Western Australia captured it. The man, while driving through the forest after midnight, spotted this creature creeping far in the woods. And then, stopping right there out of fear, he was able to record it running right in front of his car. Though it had a humanoid figure, the creature was crouching like a four-legged animal and quickly going out of sight. It did not give the man a moment to digest what he was seeing. So, a skinwalker or an alien caught on the road?
Rare Wolverine sighting. Hold your breath, for the rarest creature in Yellowstone National Park has been caught on camera. The Wolverine, a savage little beast, prowls the cold, high-elevation forest and tundras, leaving behind only whispers of its presence. Capturing a Wolverine on a trail cam is like striking gold, and scientists treasure every moment to understand this enigmatic creature's elusive habits. They dwell in low densities and remain largely solitary, making their encounters scarce. Witnessing a Wolverine on a trail cam is like peeking into the hidden realms of a mythical world, nature's best kept secret.
Hiding alien. Forests are for sure home to many wild animals, but besides these critters, there have been times when some of the most unbelievable things have been spotted. One such outwardly creature was observed in the old, terrifying Appalachian Mountains. A man, while exploring these vast mountains, heard some strange noise coming out of the woods. Thinking of a wild boar, he decided to film, and what he found instead was downright petrifying. A small, unidentified creature was spying at him from behind a fallen log. Upon a closer look, the creature looked more like an alien. Many claimed it could be an injured animal trying to hide from the man. However, the owner of this video still thinks that he has captured an alien.
Toddlers and the unseen figure. As the saying goes, children may have a heightened sensitivity to the supernatural world, and a video from a family just might prove this point. The footage, supposedly from a home security camera in the bedroom of 3 toddlers, captures a rather eerie post-nap scene. Instead of waking up happy and playful, the triplet girls seem upset and frightened. They stand together, yelling at an unseen figure with a shrieking and angry tone, directing their attention towards a wall on the opposite side of the room. Throughout the video, they repeatedly point at a particular spot, expressing their dislike for this unseen presence, while some wonder if it's just an overreactive imagination or a sibling's game. Others believe the fear in their voices is genuine.
Alligator crunching on a fish. We bring you truly epic and jaw-dropping footage of an alligator caught in action. As the camera rolls, we see a tranquil gator hole surrounded by lush vegetation. The water is still and calm, creating a peaceful and serene environment. Suddenly, a massive alligator appears and slowly makes its way up the bank with a large catfish firmly gripped in its jaws. The alligator's armor-plated scales glimmer in the sunlight as it moves with grace and power. It stops in front of the camera and chomps down on the catfish, devouring it in one swift motion. The sound of the alligator's powerful jaws crushing the catfish is enough to send shivers down your spine. Alligators have the strongest bite force measured, with an incredible 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. For comparison, lions only have a bite force of 600 pounds of pressure, and humans have a mere 120 pounds of pressure per square inch. This just goes to show the immense strength and power of these prehistoric creatures. It's truly amazing to see the alligator in its natural habitat, showing off its skills and prowess as a top predator.
Climbing coyote. One thing is clear, the wild animals won't hesitate to do anything if it ends with them filling their stomachs. Well, because how often do you see a coyote climbing a tree? A resident in Pine Lake captured the coyote sitting up on a tree branch and munching on some berries. Eating them from the ground in the beginning, when it could not reach the yummy berries anymore, it decided to go up. Though it is apparently common, as coyotes are believed to climb up to 18 meters of height, they are rarely seen doing it. Eagle lifts goat. Whatever you do, never underestimate a flying eagle, because you never know what might be going on in its mind, just like this one. At first spotting the poor animal by sitting on top of the cliff, the eagle then swoops down to grab a 45-pound weighing goat. And what may seem impossible to us is a normal thing for the black eagle to do. because look how it flies high in the air, holding the goat in its mighty talons, and encouraged another one from its family as one more eagle flies down to try its luck by grabbing the goat. But this one is just not ready to die. See how it keeps on rolling in the point rocks just to get rid of the flying predator, which it did at last, saving itself from becoming the meal of the black eagle. Nightcrawlers. Known as the Fresno Nightcrawlers because they were first captured in a national park near Fresno in the year 2007. They were captured again after 7 years in the Yosemite National Park. Therefore, the footage of these creepy walkers spread on the internet like wildfire, only containing a pair of legs and presumed as aliens, and making it to the national TV shows. The footage was analyzed by a group of UFO experts who tried to find out the truth behind these eerie creatures. Even after examining the video to see if it was a prank or not, and actually using a kid and a prop to make sure of its originality, the researchers were left stunned as they could not find a single thing leading them to it as a prank. But if it is aliens, captured twice, it got the people thinking that how many times they would have gone unnoticed.
Slender Man. In 2018, 2 friends and a little girl were traveling across states when they bumped into an abnormality, tall and suspicious-looking man referred to as the Slender Man. The Slender Man appeared in the middle of them, making the driver turn off-road and into the grass before stopping. Seconds later, the camera blacked out and started recording once again, showing the Slender Man walking in the woods with the little girl. One of the 2 friends went missing, while the other was able to find the little girl with a note, left behind probably by the Slender Man. Till date, authorities haven't been able to figure out who or where this tall being came from. The Catalonian Fallen Angel. Have you ever seen a creature so hauntingly skeletal that you'd think twice before going out at night? Meet the Catalonian Fallen Angel, a spine-chilling cryptid caught on tape in Spain. Whether it's a real demon or just a human gone mad, we can't be sure. But those glowing eyes and quick movements are enough to make anyone run for the hills. Some even claim to see remnants of wings on its back. Fallen angel or not, this eerie creature is one for the books.
Enigmatic forest lights. In this video, a mysterious scene unfolds during the nighttime tranquility of a dense forest. Strange lights flicker in the distance, appearing and disappearing, captivating the owner's attention. Curiosity ensues as there are no visible houses nearby, and few people venture into this remote forest, especially at such late hours. As the footage plays, the peculiar movement of the light from one part to another adds to the intrigue. Speculations arise. Could it be lost hikers seeking their way out? Or is it something else at play? Such enigmatic occurrences have sparked interest in similar inexplicable events.
Chupacabra attacks. Several dead animals in one night without a single clue left, except from the fact that they were all bitten from the neck, left the investigators shocked as they had never witnessed anything like this before. But what was it? A vampire? Or really something that we don't know of? To find answers, the investigators set up a trail cam, and there it was. Horned creature. Sneaking out from a prickly bush, the creature was caught in Colombia by a farmer who was looking out for bees in the field. The animal had a black color and 2 horns over its head, which added to its peculiar looks. Sitting under a power pole, it was looking directly at the cameraman, giving the vibes that it would attack the man any moment. But scared of the creepy cryptid, the man did not dare go near it, and the horned beast, staying out for a few minutes, went behind the bushes and disappeared, as if it had never been there. Unicorn elk. Not exactly like the usual unicorns, but this one became famous because of the disability of its antler placed right above the nose, which made it the unicorn of the elk family. Captured in Tampico, a small town near Illinois, this deer appeared on the trail cam with a weird look. While the spectators believed that the deer was something alien, as this was a rare occurrence, the researchers revealed that, though uncommon, this is a natural phenomenon which occurs due to a genetic mutation, or sometimes due to an injury during the growth of antlers. Wood chaser. While walking through the woods, keep your eyes open, because you have no idea what might be sneaking at you from behind one of the scary bushes. Just like this guy, who received the shock of his life while trying to capture some cute moments of cougar babies.
Go away. Go away. I'm big and scary.
Suddenly, from behind a thick bush, a mama cougar emerged and made a crazy growl. The terrified guy tried both to escape and to confront the cougar by keeping an eye on her. He started yelling and grunting while the lion continued to follow him with her teeth flashing, ears pinned, and tail swishing. Fortunately, after those minutes of terror, he managed to pick up a rock and hurl it at her. And that's when she took off running back down the trail.
Scary human-like creature footage. The footage captured by this trail cam is like nothing anyone has ever seen before. It has sparked debates and discussions among many, with some calling it a hoax, while others are shaking in fear. The creature in the video is humanoid in shape, with 2 legs and 2 arms, but moves with an unsettling fluidity reminiscent of a wild animal. Its head is shaped like that of a pig, and its hands and feet resemble those of the notorious clangers, known for their frightening appearance. As the creature reaches for its food, its movements are accompanied by a series of guttural noises that send shivers down the spine. It's almost as if the creature is aware of its surroundings and knows it's being watched. The sight of this strange and terrifying creature is enough to make even the bravest of individuals question their safety. What is this creature, and where did it come from? Is it a previously undiscovered species, or a monster from our nightmares? The video has sent shockwaves through the scientific community, and many are eager to learn more about this mysterious being. This footage has the power to leave even the toughest skeptic questioning what might be lurking in the shadows, and it serves as a chilling reminder of the unknown horrors that might exist in our world.
Creepy cryptid encounter. Is this a bird of some kind or just a horribly looking rodent? While out for an adventure, a tourist encountered a creepy looking animal that was hiding behind a dried up tree trunk in the Appalachian Mountains of North America. Its face looked as if it were deformed with something like a beak on the face. The intentions of this animal were unclear, as it never moved much besides keeping the eyes locked onto the recorder. With the behavior as such, the tourist described it to be an unrecognizable animal that was later pronounced to be a cryptid.
Bear on mountain biking trail. During a mountain biking adventure in Vancouver, Canada, a rider encountered a dangerous situation with a bear on the trail.
Hey.
The rider noticed the bear approaching and attempted to scare it away by making loud noises and banging a rock on the ground. The bear retreated temporarily, but then circled back, causing the rider to be on high alert. Thankfully for the rider, he managed to retrieve his phone and escape the situation unharmed, emphasizing the importance of being cautious and prepared when exploring the wilderness.
Groot-like creature. If Groot has an evil twin, this probably has to be it. A Virginia family of 3 went out for trekking in the nearby forest where they noticed a tall, dark man-like tree that also happened to be staring at them. The parents commented that they felt like being followed by an unknown stalker hours after entering the forest. Coincidentally, they happened to notice the same tree, despite moving for several hours, which raised their suspicion. Interestingly, the tree creature didn't seem to have any footsteps left behind and remained stationary until it was seen moving slowly. Could it be that a tree somehow came to life, or is it an outer Earth visitor? Bear spooky heist. In this next cam footage, a black bear was lurking in a homeowner's backyard, assessing the surroundings like a crafty burglar. Once he deems it safe, he embarks on a daring mission to raid the chicken coop. Sniffing around, he tries to figure out how to open the wooden coop. Standing on his hind legs, he searches for any weaknesses. Failing to open it peacefully, desperation sets in. and the bear resorts to force, clawing and biting through the wood. But wait, the homeowner's trail cam has a surprise in store. An alarm system startles the intruder, forcing the bear to retreat into the shadows, leaving the homeowner in awe of the midnight marauder.
The glowing figure. Get ready to get your goosebumps on, because we're heading to the bluegrass state to explore an unexplainable mystery. In Kentucky, a trail camera captured something truly bizarre. A glowing humanoid figure stalking a front yard in the dead of night. Yeah, you read that right. A glowing humanoid figure. The footage shows a bright humanoid figure with a distinct head, torso, and limbs moving slowly and deliberately through the darkness, illuminating the surrounding area with an eerie glow. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. The figure seems to be searching for something, or perhaps someone, as it moves around the yard. But what could this strange creature be, and where did it come from? Some have speculated that the glowing humanoid could be an otherworldly being, come to Earth to observe or even abduct unsuspecting humans. Others have suggested that it could be a product of some kind of supernatural or paranormal activity. Whatever the case may be, one thing's for sure. This footage is enough to make even the most skeptical among us question what we think we know about the world around us. Is there more to the universe than we can see with our own eyes? Or is this simply a case of a clever hoax or misidentification? It's up to you to decide. But one thing's for sure, this video will leave you with a sense of unease long after it's over. A real goblin. The world of social media is full of surprises, and sometimes it can even offer us a glimpse of the most unexpected creatures. In October 2018, a user named Evil1030 shared a video on Instagram that had people talking about a supposed goblin caught on camera. The video was captured in the neighborhood of Pudong in Shanghai, China. The creature in the video appeared to be small, around the size of a child with a pointy head, pointy ears, and greenish-gray skin. It had a lanky body with bony limbs, and its movements were quick and jerky. The goblin-like figure scurried across a street and disappeared into the bushes, leaving the witnesses stunned and questioning what they had just seen. The video quickly went viral, with many people speculating about what the creature could be. Some believed it was a hoax, while others suggested that it could be a misidentified animal or a creature from Chinese folklore. Interestingly, the video was not the only one of its kind. It's worth noting that the idea of goblins has existed in human mythology for centuries. While there's no scientific evidence to support the existence of goblins, sightings like this one can certainly spark the imagination. Despite the widespread speculation, while it's possible that the video could be genuine, it's also possible that it could be a well-executed hoax or a case of misidentification. However, until more evidence is available, the truth behind this supposed goblin remains a mystery.
From haunting creatures residing under your bed to giant beasts of our worldly domain, we have a plethora of exciting, intriguing, and captivating videos that would cure your daily cravings of spooky, unresolved mysteries. So, grab your popcorn and come along on this roller coaster journey. Fear beneath the sheets. Imagine sleeping peacefully in your bed, and a strange intruder disturbs you from your sleep, leaving you baffled and haunted for the rest of your life. A quiet room filled with pitch-black darkness, a type of darkness that would add more silence to an already strange atmosphere. The video began with a man waking up to some unusual sounds from his deep sleep. Removing his blankets haphazardly, he began gawking at different corners of his room, and as soon as he panned away to his right, an obnoxious creature came to his welcome. This creature had the most terrifying appearance. A lurking shadow of death, a pitch-black darkness with satanic eyes, was gawking at that helpless man while slowly disappearing into the night, its sharp, pointed claws leaving imprints of its presence. Seeing this vicious scene of terror and horror, The man jumped out from his bed, breathing heavily as he attempted to run away from the room. A sight of terror that might have made you guys jump out of your beds, too. Strange imposter in the woods. Deep in the woods, a family found themselves in a strange situation when their usually friendly dog started barking intensely in the middle of the night. A deafening silence filled with intense howling made the house owners a little worried. They ran towards their front door to check the severity of the matter with torches in their hand. Meanwhile, the dog was still barking at the woods as if he had seen something peculiar and haunted. The couple began pointing their torchlight at the dense forest in front of their house. And to their amazement, they found small, glowing eyes roaming in the thick forest at this hour.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Where are they? They're blinking, y'all.
There's lots out there.
Are those coyotes?
I don't know, but they're there.
Speculations began haunting them, as it was unusual to discover such an enigmatic creature in the middle of the night. However, to put an end to their worry, the creature revealed itself, and you won't believe it, guys, it was nothing but a big wild cow roaming and grazing through the woods. A burst of laughter broke in, and they heaved a sigh of relief as this poor creature could cause no harm to anyone.
There's something just sitting there like a cow. That's why his ears was going up and down.
A wicked child. A ghost hunter set out on his other deadly venture. He chose a dilapidated house, torn and ruined brutally throughout its surroundings. His adventure began filming the wreckage of that seemingly haunted place. The air was filled with untamed voices, howls of wild beasts, and deadly shrieks of unannounced creatures, all turning into a satanic clamor. With his torchlight, he began hunting for its prized possession, and in no time his camera caught something unruly, something vicious. It was a haunted figure that almost looked like a child with demonic ears. With its long hair that set behind its elf-like ears, the eerie creature stood still for a while, unveiling his demonic presence in front of the camera, and then quickly hid behind the wreckage. The hunter followed him around the house, but all in vain. It looked as if the haunted creature wasn't shy of the camera, and it only wanted to cast his satanic presence over the hunter. Legendary sea monster. A beautiful lake situated in between the frosty mountains, a breathtaking sight, and indeed a perfect travel destination spot. But can you believe that this lake might be home to fantasy creatures and spooky monsters? It all began when a man started to record this alluring scenery in search of a legendary creature that only had its existence limited to books. However, some had claimed that they had witnessed that sea-dwelling beast. After some time, unruly ripples close to the shore caught his attention. The man diverted his lens toward that disturbance in the glistening water. He zoomed over a sizable black tail, making all those ripples in the lake. The man claimed it to be the caudal fin of the legendary kraken. According to the sources, the kraken is a sea monster of humongous stature, and those black flaps documented in the video looked nothing like the kraken's huge fins. Thus, it would not be appropriate to call it a kraken sighting, as it could be a giant or some other codfish swimming across the lake.
What the hell's that? What the hell's that? There's something in the water, guys. Can you guys see that?
Bigfoot encounter. An adventurous hiking venture turned into an eye-opening discovery that raised many speculations about the presence of this giant forest beast. The video began with a man recording the captivating nature of a dense forest, laden with towering trees, and its floor covered with thickly grown moss, almost giving it a carpeted appearance. Among this enchanting scenery, a black shadow peeked into the frame. It had a huge stature, like a giant covered in thick fur and long hair all over its body. The giant gradually walked toward the cameraman with all its glory and magnificence, defying the tallness of everything in front of it. With a sudden glance into the camera lens, the Bigfoot walked away from the cameraman, ignoring his invasion in its territory completely. However, this video doesn't provide any solid evidence to Bigfoot's presence, and these wild and unruly creatures won't spare human invasions in their habitat. Glaring eyes. Trail cam footage has been making headlines. However, the spotlight isn't on the animal captured by it, but on an enigmatic presence that the unblinking lens inadvertently revealed. In the vast fields of the forest, amidst the lurking darkness, an innocent deer could be seen grazing peacefully through the meadows. I know nothing exciting, but here comes the spooky part. If you focus on the left side of the footage, you'll see two large glowing eyes glaring through the darkness of the forest. These giant eyes kept revealing themselves for quite a few minutes, and then they suddenly disappeared into the darkness. This strange footage raised many questions about the creature hiding behind woods. Some claimed it to be Bigfoot's glowing eyes, whereas some pointed it as a forest curse dwelling through the fields. What do you guys think? Do let us know about your theories. A waddling creature. A driver recording his journey through the wilderness of the forest came across something peculiar and strange on his way. Through the bumpy road, in the middle of the forest, a moving object at the side of the road playing with the puddle caught the driver's attention from afar. Hence, on coming close to that creature, the driver zoomed in, and as soon as it began driving across it, this dark-colored creature swiftly sprinted into the woods with a dangling gait. Unaware of the nature of this peculiar animal, the driver kept recording it while driving past it. Now, coming to the question of the nature of this wild animal, if you look closely at it, you'd find white stripes across it, making it look like a wild skunk and not an eerie creature. The skunk, upon seeing the driver, ran into the woods as they are protective of their surroundings. Cursed photographs. Imagine taking pictures while hiking through a thick forest only to find a haunted spirit peeking through your photographs. Scary, isn't it? A similar series of events happened with a couple when they were enjoying their hiking venture in the mountain forest, unaware of the presence of spooky spirits wandering around. Upon looking through their camera roll, they were astonished to spot a strange presence behind them. At first, it seemed like a bird, captured while taking its flight, but as they zoomed over, a wave of fear ran across their body as there was a strange figure with a clear face peeking from the trees. A demonic presence, a satanic face trying to get in the frame of a happy couple-like curse. The couple ran checks over this footage. However, this case remained unresolved as the authorities were unable to locate any evidence regarding this strange encounter. Ominous nightmare. When your eyes suddenly open in the middle of the night, a normal person would usually encounter darkness and peaceful silence surrounding him, wouldn't he? But there are some people who would come across cursed creatures with their dreadful sight and voices haunting the surroundings if their eyes accidentally opened at a specific time, or you can say 3 a.m. In this video, a girl encounters a goat coming from behind the curtain. At first glance, it appears normal, but as the goat opens its mouth, waves of horrific sound reach the eardrums, making one hold his ear. The girl shifts her camera towards the clock, showing the dreadful time of the day, 3 a.m. In the meantime, the goat's shrieking voice, accompanied by the black tentacles coming out of its mouth and glowing eyes, can be seen clearly in the darkness of the night. This scene is truly terrifying for one sight, but the vlogger seems accustomed to this behavior of the goat, and calmly closes the door on the goat, completely shutting it out of the room. The Creature of Romania. This peculiar video began with a man recording himself while talking about the unusual sighting that occurred in the Romanian zoo. The man emphasized that such a creature had never been sighted anywhere in the world. However, it is enchained here at the Romanian zoo constraints. After the initial warning, the man entered a dark hall filled with other tourists and visitors. Among these usual voices, strange howls and cries were heard, which kept getting louder as the man moved further into the hall. At last, in the end, a colossal cage was seen with a dwarf-like creature with a distorted face and features, amusing the curious tourists with his unusual appearance and distinct howls. Wild intruder. Who would have imagined that, when you clocked out of your job, the next time you see your workplace, it would be in the coverage of a news channel portraying a horrific scene of a wild bear entering your workplace? It is a heinous sight, isn't it? That exact scene was recorded in the camera footage of Aspen Resort, where a wild bear was wandering around in the resort's kitchen. It is an abominable situation one must never encounter, but sometimes luck is not on your side. This luck ran short on the night guard of Aspen Resort, where he met the rile-up bear after hearing the rustle and bustle in the kitchen. At first, the security didn't come face-to-face with the bear, but as he slowly inspected further into the blind spot of camera footage, the wild bear flung out his sharp claws toward the poor security guard and tossed the poor guy at a feet distance, which probably was best as he sprung out of the door, while the bear also finds this opportunity to escape from that place. A heroic day. A daunting encounter took place on the streets of British Columbia, Canada, where a bear came in a face-to-face meeting with a little boy strolling along with his cycle in front of his front door. Upon seeing the boy, the bear walked gradually toward him in his quest to sniff the young lad. However, in this spine-tingling situation, the boy didn't lose his calm. Instead, he kept still and stared at the bear as he sprinted towards him. When there were only a few inches left between the kid and the bear, a man from behind plunged into the scene like an angel from the sky. With his arm wide open, he began hushing away the bear. Luckily, this trick worked, and the bear ran towards the car and hid behind it. The man still kept looking for the bear in an attempt to scare him away, and his efforts bore fruit as the bear quickly walked away from the neighborhood. Overall, it was an act of courage by both. The young boy kept his nerves under control, while the man courageously took charge of the situation and saved the day. Parental guardians. The forest is home to hundreds of mysterious creatures, and one such creature caught our attention while cradling its baby through a thick jungle. A spooky encounter occurred when a hiker recorded an inhumane beast wandering through the woods. A giant beast, draped in a dark attire from head to toe with all its magnificence, peeped through a huge rock. A bit cautious about his surroundings, it quickly passed through the field while glancing meekly at the camera lens. It was strange for such a wild beast to be observant about his surroundings, almost as if he was protective of something. Soon, this enigma unveiled itself when the gorilla-like creature came out of the bushes, holding its baby and then again disappearing into the woods. This incident reflects light upon the protective nature of a parent, despite its dreadful instincts and the presence of such enigmatic creatures in our worldly domain. Fields of fear? On a dreadful night, full of terror and deafening silence, in the middle of vast fields, a man found himself in a demonic ritual. It all began with a man wandering through vast fields with his torchlight, searching for his two faithful dogs. Following the howls of his dogs, he finally found one of his dogs barking towards a satanic creature, a demon with the head of a goat, cradling his numb dog and walking away. The moment he shifted his attention from his barking dog to that satanic figure, his other dog was taken into possession by another satanic creature, leaving the man breathing heavily in this moment of terror and angst. Skinwalker Ghost. The car dash cam footage shows a white figure crossing the road, moving with a strange, almost animalistic gait. As it comes closer to the car, the figure's true nature becomes clear. It's a skinwalker. The skinwalker's skin is matted and unkempt, and its limbs are too long and thin to be human. As the car drives away, the skinwalker disappears into the darkness. The driver is left feeling shaken and unsure of what they just witnessed. Skinwalkers are said to be powerful and dangerous shapeshifters in Navajo culture, able to take on the form of any animal they desire. Crossing paths with one is considered a bad omen, and many people believe that seeing a skinwalker can bring misfortune or death. The vicious rattlesnake. From the deadliest creatures of the outer realm to the wild, slithering animals of our domain, the world is full of vicious encounters. Just like in this video, a man showcases the true nature of a rattlesnake. With its intense buzzing sounds, the rattlesnake was generating a sense of fear in its surroundings. Unafraid of the vicious trap of the rattlesnake, the man kept recording the dreadful species. Its glaring eyes remained fixated on the intrusive man. The apparent wrath in his cold eyes was enough to devour any dwelling prey, and its continuous rattling tail was enough to haunt nearby creatures. Aware of the lurking danger, the daring man, being cautious of actions, kept recording this reptile as he was fascinated by its constant rattles. Satan in the bushes. In the vast fields far from human neighborhoods, and in the close vicinity of the dense forest, a man began recording some strange movements. Behind the withered bushes around a tall electricity tower, something peculiar and a shadowy figure appeared. As the observer recorded the video from afar, hence only it was impossible to gauge the size of this eerie creature. Only two sharp horns with pointed round tips are visible in the video, giving it the appearance of some bull or a mountain goat. Nonetheless, the creature looked creepy in its attire, almost like a cursed satanic goat peeking through the bushes. Creepy settlement under the bridge. In this blurred video of an underbridge settlement surrounded by thick-grown vines and wild bushes, an observer witnessed something weird. To find out the cause of this unusual activity, the man hops on a journey to find out the truth about these vague movements. As soon as he went under the bridge, heaps of wild twigs and branches welcomed him, all hiding the entrance of a long bridge, giving it an appearance of ambush to protect the unknown. The man was ready to make his first step into that horrid place, but soon rushed home because something supernatural had made him lose control. As soon as he saw that apparition, he was caught off guard and stumbled on his shaking steps. But within a second, he gathered courage and ran away. Living footballs. Have you ever seen a giant rolling ball swaying across the woods? Can you believe that these giant balls are alive? They are these fascinating creatures that can compact themselves in a ball to travel greater distances. It is a rare sight to witness armadillos in their unpacked form. However, a trail cam was successful enough to capture these creatures in its memory. Amidst the dark jungles, surrounded by sky-high trees, a cute little animal gradually marches forward with a slow gait in open fields. This adorable species only appeared briefly with its tiny feet tiptoeing through the grassy areas and then disappeared into the woods. Vicious werewolf. A trail cam recording captures a spine-chilling moment of a werewolf lurking behind the bushes. The eerie footage shows the creature's silhouette pacing back and forth before it suddenly stops and looks directly at the camera. Its glowing eyes reflect the light from the camera, and it seems as if the werewolf was aware of its presence being recorded. The creature's movements are swift and sudden, and after a few minutes it becomes agitated and disturbs the camera, causing the recording to end abruptly. This unsettling footage will leave viewers with goosebumps and questioning the existence of these mythical creatures. Lion's Feast. Recorded by a helpless tourist, This video is enough to send shivers down your spine as you question the unpredictability of a human's mortal being. Who could have thought that a fun adventure at a safari park could turn into a life-ending trauma, a horrific incident that could devour your loved ones' lives? The video began with an older man strolling through the open safari fields and into the lion's den. A daring move, isn't it? And this tiny mistake cost that man his life. Triggered by the sudden intrusion into its land, the lion sprinted towards the old man. Unfortunately, the old man, due to his lean body, couldn't keep up pace with the lurking danger. Hence, the lion seized him the moment he was about to step into his safe zone and dragged him away towards his old hiding. There, he devoured him into sizable bites, with cries of help and shrieks of helplessness echoing through the safari.
Oh my God! Somebody help, please!
Please get a gun!
Hunting gone wrong. A hunter holding his gun upright, pointing at its aim, was breathing heavily in a dense forest filled with vicious creatures and deadly beasts. With shaking hands, he kept walking towards thick bushes. To end our curiosities, a giant grizzly bear plunged out of the bushes, slowly made its way toward the man, and then hid again behind dense foliage. One must have thought that the hunter could quickly escape this terrible situation had he used his gun correctly. But there's more to the scene as another grizzly bear cub pops from a bush. According to the hunter, there were 3 cubs with their mother bear. Thus, it would have been inhumane for him to shoot her, as the mother was being protective of his kids. An unusual friendship. What is more innocent and purer than the friendship between a human and an animal? It seems like there isn't any. A man gently opens his door to welcome his animal friend with a sweet and comforting voice, calling it Buddy.
Buddy.
To have an evening coffee or beverage at the door pavement with his doe-eyed deer friend. An adorable deer swiftly reacts, comes in the direction of the familiar voice, and enters the old man-lit house where his human friend offers him a snack or two. The doe-eyed deer munches on the snack dearly, and this scene warms one's heart.
What's up, dude?
The purity of this scene is unmatched and unparalleled. Enigmatic encounter in forest. Who doesn't like to stroll in the morning, breathing in the fresh air? This type of exercise is best for relaxing one's mind and removing any negative thoughts. But during this peaceful stroll, suddenly, an eerie presence engulfs this moment of peace. This feeling was felt by an individual peacefully walking on a track surrounded by dense forest. This individual slowly pans out his camera towards the dense forest. This individual sees nothing but plants of different species portraying their colors. But as he shifts his camera in a particular space, at first, it appeared as a blackish shadow. But as the camera zoomed in, 2 eyes with a blackish hue stared back at it, making this phenomenal encounter a thrilling sight, enough to keep one awake for days. The wild lioness. In the stillness of the jungle, the hunter came with the thought to hunt an elk and mentally prepared himself for all the possible situations, but none prepared him for a sudden encounter with a savage beast. The camera recording began with the hunter getting shocked by the sudden entry of the lioness. He aimed his Glock 27 at the lioness, who was dangerously close to him.
Get back.
The moment the lioness takes one step more, the hunter shoots at it, and the lioness moves backward. The frightened man shot again to scare it out, and surprisingly, it worked because after the second shot, the lioness stared down at the hunter for a while, and then left in the opposite direction while the frightened man shakily lowered the gun. Giraffe meets a baby deer. In the enigmatic embrace of the savannah, a towering giraffe stood sturdy, with its majestic stature casting long shadows, its curious eyes fixated on a delicate sight, a fawn. its lean legs barely able to support its own weight, nestled amongst the bumpy surface of emerald foliage. The mother giraffe is confused by the height difference. It inspects the baby deer, sniffs it, and lowers its neck to wonder how this tiny being can coexist in the same frame as gigantic creatures like us. But as the vehicle approaches, the baby deer runs out of the vicinity of the giraffe. Silent watchers. Amidst the darkness, there lie untamed creatures that wander through the fields unannounced only to curse the species from the real world. In such darkness, a trail camera was set up in the bushes to record the eerie movements throughout the night. A cloak of vivid smog prevailed in front of the lens, adding more terror to an already haunted atmosphere. A minor disturbance soon turned into a major blow when something unknown tried to move the trail cam, and it tumbled down suddenly in an isolated forest. What possibly could have done that? A gust of wind or a horrid creature? Let us know in the comments. Yahoos. Most of you must have heard about the strange creatures called Yahoos mentioned in the Gulliver Travels, but who could have thought that these creatures would jump out of the fantasy world into our worldly realm? For instance, in this video, a small, human-like creature is seen hopping through the woods, cautious about its perilous surroundings. Having no similarity to human dwarfs, due to his distinct head and long pointed ears, this creature holds a distinct uniqueness. Draped in dried leaves, this eerie being paved its way in front of the camera, only to disappear in a swift second. However, this video isn't enough to provide a solid testament to its presence, as it could be an AI-generated animation. Jamaican mermaid. Do you believe in mermaids? If not, then this video will baffle you out of your wits as it captures one of the most wanted enchanted creatures of the fantasy world. It all began when two men were exploring through a river surrounded by thick mangroves in Jamaica. They were casually gossiping around, capturing the essence of nature, recording the glistening water of the river. And then something took them by surprise. A peculiar thing was hiding behind a giant rock, and as soon as they shifted their camera toward it took a sudden dive into the river. The camera kept recording these unusual movements through the shallow, and suddenly the creature plunged out of the river, revealing its lustrous hair. This incident terrified them to their core, and they ran away without having the proper footage of the Jamaican mermaid. Alligator ambush. Notorious for its lethal death rolls, a giant alligator was spotted by the authorities in some water park, wandering through the fields unattended. Two men were sent by the authorities to handle this savage beast. They tried to capture it by blindfolding his eyes using a white cloth. This scheme didn't go according to the plan, and the man who was all set to grab his tail from behind fell into the alligator's trap. The moment he tried to have hold of his tail, the alligator snapped at him, grabbed him by his shirt, and bit his hand. Though the grip was loose, the man managed to escape the wrath of this unruly beast. Skinwalkers. Imagine vlogging deep in the woods on a foggy day only to gain the attention of a vicious, spooky creature. The video began with a boy talking about an excellent hiding spot, or a base that he made with his cousin.
I just wanted to show you guys my cool base that I made a while ago with my cousin.
He mentioned all the things surrounding his base camp, the fencing, and the unusual chair placements, not going to lie. The children seemed quite happy about his small hiding in the forest. Suddenly, while he was busy describing his base camp, he heard a strange sound. The camera quickly shifted towards the abandoned woods. At first, the boy thought it was some wild cow who lost his way, but within a few seconds, he was astonished to witness a white, slender creature running towards him at full speed. However, the boy managed to escape from this daring encounter.
Oh, frick!
Halloween nightmares. Let us dive back into spooky roadside incidents where spirits haunt you out of your wits and fear grabs you by your collar, leaving you in inexplicable situations. One such roadside incident occurred when a man was driving through a quiet road in the dark, and upon driving he was met by an eerie creature on the side of it. To our astonishment, a very visible man came out of nowhere. He had the body of a man, but his face seemed distorted or burnt. In general, he had a very scary appearance, and trust me guys, this wasn't the only thing spooky about him. As soon as the driver moved past him, he started following the car almost like a cursed spirit. However, this can also be a Halloween prank. What do you guys think? Night falls. Night, a time brimmed with starry sky and dreamy world, but at the same time, it's full of terrors, a breeding time for savage creatures, an awakening of creepy spirits that circles throughout the sphere. Such a spooky creature was caught in the backyard of a house where two lads were having drinks and conversing casually, but suddenly one of them noticed a strange presence. An enigmatic creature raised from the darkness with its vast, slender, bony legs that could easily cover more than a meter per step. As soon as this creature came into clear sight, the two individuals sprung out of their chair, throwing their beer in utter terror and fright. However, this inhumane creature didn't care about the sudden outburst and sprinted away from them. Eyes of the unknown. In the wilderness of an abandoned forest, a young man set out on an adventurous journey to explore the mystique nature of the enchanted jungle. Within a few seconds, he was captivated by an enthralling animal. As the camera focused onto that creature, it became still moment in a relatively sparse forest. At first glance, it appeared like an animal was protruding from the fallen log, but as it zoomed in, it seemed like a whitewashed skull with holes dogged in it. These holes appear to be black orbs of something entirely inhumane, looking dead straight into the camera. This video raised speculations about the credibility of such mystique creatures in our natural world. Bigfoot's menace. Mythical creatures are usually imagined as symbols, guardians, and breathtaking figures in folklore. But among this visual splendor, there are other creatures so hideous and horrific that one wants to run away as far as possible. In the dimly lit security footage, an astonishing and creepy scene unfolds, where a figure in the rear view resembling the legendary Bigfoot can be seen throwing a heavy rock onto the nearby skunk, probably unaware of the terrific presence near him. The stone arcs through the air, narrowly missing its target. Startled by the sudden attack, the skunk darts away quickly. The footage captures a truly extraordinary moment, offering a horrific glimpse of such a creature. The forest secret. In a quiet and peaceful forest, far down from the noise and rush of people, a secret problem was affecting the safety of some hens living there. Being dangerous was sneaking in the dark, putting the hens at danger. The forest had always been a safe place for these birds, but one by one they were fading without anyone knowing why. To fence the hens, someone who looked out about them decided to take action. They set up a clever trap in the resort of catching the mysterious beast responsible for the hens' losses. They placed delicious grains and seeds inside the trap to attract the unknown violator. To catch this mysterious troublemaker in the act, the smart person initiated small alert cameras each around the forest. These little cameras were ready to record any wrongdoing by the offender. The forest now turned into a platform, with the trap and cameras acting as tools to bring justice. The charge to cover the hens had begun, and the entire forest was eager to break the enigma that had been bothering it. Tara's wildlife. Once upon a time, in a wild and lush forest, there lived an animal named Tara. Tara was a furry and nimble beast with a long tail. Tara was a true forest discoverer. With sharp claws and keen senses, it could climb trees and run through the green with ease. Tara's life in the wildlife was full of adventures. It would hunt for delicious treats like rodents and fruits, always on the lookout for an appetizing mess. Occasionally, it would indeed swim in the clear canals to catch fish. Tara had a family too. They would play together, chase each other through the trees, and educate the immature Taras the ways of the forest. Their home was a cozy den hidden amidst the trees, safe from utmost wolves. Tyra's wildlife world was a thrilling and beautiful place, full of surprises, where it thrived as a clever and curious animal, a true master of the forest. The mysterious encounter. Once upon a time, there was a man who decided to set up a special camera deep in the quiet, mysterious forest. His plan was to capture movie of the wild creatures that wandered the forest, hoping to see being amazing. The first picture he took flashed a beautiful deer, its gentle eyes looking right at the camera. The man was thrilled with his first shot, allowing he'd succeeded in his operation. But when he checked the other picture, his excitement turned to fear. Rather of a wild creature, the photograph revealed being creepy and unsettling. It looked like a creepy, shadowy figure of a man, or perhaps indeed a police officer wandering in the timber. The man could not believe his eyes, and a tremble ran down his spine. The forest, once a place of wonder, now held a secret that transferred chills down his spine, and he knew he'd stumbled upon being far more mysterious than he ever imagined. The mysterious white ball. One dark and quiet night, a trail camera placed in front of a house managed to catch existent, truly mysterious. The camera's lens captured a strange, glowing white ball floating through the night sky. It moved with a creepy grace, nearly like a ghostly sphere. The sight was both alluring and puzzling, leaving the curious homeowner and anyone who saw the footage wondering about its origin and purpose. As the footage played out, it appeared as though the spiritual ball was on its own secret trip, gliding through the air in a way that defied explanation. The night's blanket added an air of secret, making it look truly more paranormal. Could it have been a slapdash balloon, a rare natural miracle, or being beyond our understanding? The enigmatic ball's appearance left the spectators with a sense of wonder and a touch of confusion as they pondered the secrets of the night sky. The nightly search for Mothman. On a dark and spooky night, a group of courageous investigators set out on a thrilling adventure to find the mysterious beast known as Mothman. Armed with flashlights and a sense of curiosity, they ventured into the creepy forest, guided only by the faint light of the moon. As they shoveled deeper into the dark, their hearts pounded with both excitement and fear. Every rustling flake and hooting owl transferred shakes down their spines, but their determination held them concerned. They participated tales of Mothman's creepy scrapes, which only fueled their search. Yet the slippery Mothman remained one step ahead, playing a clever game of hide and seek. The investigators chased after flashcasts and creepy sounds, but each time, Mothman sounded to disappear into the night.
What was that? I heard something. What was that? I heard something.
The night's adventure, full of expectation and suspension, left the investigators with a deeper puzzle to break, realizing that some secrets are best left to the imagination, hidden in the deep discipline of the night.
You're lighting it up like the 4th of July. Right.
Forest fight. As the chopper camera drifted above the thick forest, it stumbled upon a weird and unsettling scene. The lens revealed a group of beings carrying strangely, moving through the trees as though they were being watched. The atmosphere was tense, and a feeling of fear gripped the air. Out of the blue, one of the individualities pulled out a defense and fired a shot. The blaring sound shattered the stillness of the forest land, transferring chills down the spine. It was as if a suspenser movie had come to life. The chopper camera captured this unforeseen turn of events, making the observer feel as if they were right there, witnessing the chilly scene firsthand. The question that dallied in the air was, who were these mysterious people, and why were they in the timber? The movie, such like drama unfolding before the lens, left an unforgettable mark on those who saw it, reminding them of the creepy mystifications that nature can hide. The bear encounter. Once upon a time, there was a man who had a big drilling machine. He wanted to dig a deep hole in the ground. He allowed it was a fine day for drilling, so he started up the machine. The machine roared to life and he began drilling into the earth. But just when he allowed effects were going well, being sudden occurred. Out of nowhere, a huge black bear surfaced from beneath the ground. The man was hugely surprised and afraid. The bear had been resting there, and the drilling had woken it up. The bear's big dark eyes goggled at the man, and they both set for a moment. The man slowed back down from his noisy machine, giving the bear some space. With a rumble, the bear raved and Slow fell back into the hole it came from. The man learned a precious reading that day: always be careful when you are digging into the earth, as you know who might be resting below. Battle between polar bear and the dog. In the icy forest of the far north, a fierce battle unfolded between a polar bear and a husky doggy. The forest was silent, except for the soft crunch of snow under their paws. The polar bear, massive and white as the snow itself, stood like a frozen mountain, its muscles tightened. On the other side, the husky, with its polished and graceful frame, barked bravely, ready to cover its home. The bear swiped its powerful paw at the husky, but the doggy was quick and danced out of the way. The husky nipped at the bear's heels, trying to keep its distance. It was a formula of survival in the chilly nature. The bear roared, and the husky's bark echoed through the frozen geography. For hours, the two foes circled each other, testing their strength and determination. In the end, the husky's cunning and speed exceeded the bear's brute force. With one final jump, the husky landed a heavy bite on the bear's nose, causing it to retreat with a powerful roar. Brave bears escape. Once upon a time, in a thick, wild forest, there was a big, crabby bear who lived in a comfortable backyard. The bear had grown tired of the small space and feared for the freedom of the forest beyond his barrier. One sunny morning, as Benny was stretching his massive paws, he got an idea. He decided it was time to break free from his backyard confinement. With a heavy cause and a blasting crash, Bear knocked down the barrier that had held him caught for so long. It was a sight to behold as the awkward planks splintered and flew far and wide. Hyperactive and a little bit horrified, Bear made a run for it, charging into the lush green forest. He felt the cool breath on his fur, heard the chittering of the birds, and knew he was eventually home where he belonged. Police captured the mischievous bear. Once upon a time, in a quiet little city, being strange was passing. People woke up to find their cars all knocked up. And it was not because of a big storm. No, there was a bear on the loose, and it sounded to have a thing for cars. The furry troublemaker would come out at night and start poking around, breaking windows, and scratching the clear paint. The townsfolk were getting enough worried about their damaged cars, and they knew they had to do being, so they called the police. The courageous officers set up a plan to catch the bear red-handed. They put out some tempting snacks and left a trail of honey leading to a big net. One night, the bear took the lure, following the appetizing scent straight into the trap. The net fell and the bear was caught. The people cheered for their heroic police, who had eventually put an end to the car-stranding bear's darkness tricks. The city could sleep peacefully, formerly more, knowing their cars were safe from the mischievous bear's paw prints. Creepy crawlies captured on trail cam. In the quiet darkness of the forest, hidden from natural eyes, being mysterious was passing. Trail cameras, like silent guardians, were landing the secrets of the night. These were not ordinary night scenes. They were filled with creepy crawlies that made your skin twinge with conspiracy and shivers. Imagine a moonlit night, where black stepped and leaves whispered secrets. Suddenly, the trail camera caught a spider spinning its intricate web, glistering with dew. The creepy silence was broken by the soft fluttering of nightsticks, captured flight in their search for prey. The camera's lens revealed slippery critters like owls, their eyes flashing like burning coals, and a curious raccoon scavenging for night snacks. As the night wore on, the trail camera's observant eye disclosed a world, many ever confirmation. It was a spine-clinking trip into the quiet nightly life of the forest, where creepy crawlies took center stage, and the darkness held its secrets nearby. Deer's day and night, wandering. Once upon a time, in a big wild forest, there was a graceful deer. This deer, a beautiful animal with soft brown fur and gentle eyes, wandered the woods day and night. Every morning it would wake up to the cheerful songs of chirping birds and the warm beams of the sun. During the day, the deer would explore the lush green forest, nibbling on the sweet, sensitive leaves and sipping from the clear, cool canals that crossed the woods. The deer was always careful, keeping an observance out for the sounds of peril and looking out for its fellow forest familiars. As the sun would set, painting the sky with vibrant colors, the deer's adventure continued. The night brought a different kind of magic to the forest. The deer would foot still, guided by the steely moonlight and the stars' gentle beat, searching for food and sharing secrets with the nightly animals. In this alluring timber, the deer's wandering was an everlasting tale of coherence and wonder, day and night, in the heart of nature's grab. Eerie encounters. One dark and stormy night, our security cameras recorded being truly crazy. As the rain cast the windows, the camera's alert eyes caught a series of unexplained, creepy events that transferred shivers down our spines. First, a mysterious figure appeared in the backyard, masked in dark. It moved like a ghostly wisp, making no sound and leaving no trace. We watched in unbelief as it wandered through the theater, dissolving into thin air. Next, camera picked up unaccountable spheres of light floating through the living room. These immaterial spheres danced and flicked, illustrating the dark corners of the way before dissolving without a trail. To make effects indeed creepier, a strange, unearthly noise sounded through the empty hallway. Transferring the family into a fury. The camera captured their alarmed responses as they goggled at the unnoticeable intruder. These unexplained, weird circumstances continued to hang security footage, leaving us both beat and scarified with no reasonable explanation in sight. Deer's midnight wandering. Once upon a time, in a peaceful country, two curious deer named Daisy and Danny embarked on a moonlit adventure. The estate was covered in darkness, with the only source of light being the steely gleam of the full moon. As they ventured through the open fields, the high field whispered secrets to them, influencing gently in the cool breath. With their nimble legs, they gracefully bounded over small hedges and crawled around sleepy farm creatures. The night was alive with the alluring coherence of justices and the distant scream of an owl. Their eyes sparkled with wonder as they discovered the foamy dew on the field, reflecting the moonlight like 1,000 bitty stars. They nibbled on tender shoots of grass, savoring the darkness snack. The world appeared different at night, mysterious and full of magic. Side by side, the two deer wandered the estates, their hearts filled with the joy of exploring the quiet country under the observant eye of the moon. Huge ape caught on cam. In a deep, mysterious forest far down from the rush and bustle of natural life, a retired secret unfolded. One day, a stir-actuated trail camera captured being extraordinary. The footage was blurry, like trying to see through a misty window, but the sight was unmistakable. A colossal black aper-such-like animal. Its massive form moved gracefully through the thick leafage, its long, dark hair rustling in the wind. The timber sounded to hold its breath as this mysterious being passed by. With each step, it left behind a trail of wonder and admiration, alluring anyone who came off upon the footage. The critter's eyes were hidden in the dark, adding to the conspiracy and riddle enclosing it. This fugitive monster, being on the circumferences of our understanding, torched the imagination of those who watched the footage, leaving them with a sense of wonder. The mysterious coyote. In the serene mountains covered in snow, a camera captured an incredibly rare sight. It was a moment like no other, an uncommon sight of a mysterious creature. Instead of its typical haunting and wandering, a coyote was spotted doing something quite out of the ordinary. It was perched high up in a tree, munching on berries. This unusual scene left everyone astonished and perplexed. After all, coyotes aren't known for climbing trees, and this particular one appeared different, as if it held a secret. The mystery of this unique coyote remains unsolved, leaving everyone curious and longing for answers. How did it manage to climb that tree? That's the burning question on everyone's mind. It was an extremely rare event captured in this clip. The image of this puzzling coyote has stirred immense interest and curiosity. People are eager to understand this mysterious behavior, hoping it might uncover something new and intriguing about these creatures we thought we knew so well. It seems the snow-covered mountains hide more secrets than we could have ever imagined. Creepy humanoid. The home's CCTV captured a mysterious and eerie creature moving like a crab, walking on 4 bent legs across the road. Its appearance was unsettling and strange, leaving viewers puzzled about its identity. The sight was rare and enigmatic, sparking various speculations. Some thought it was a mutant dog, others suspected it to be a creepy alien. This moment filled anyone who saw it with fear and mystery. On the other hand, some strongly believed it resembled a ghoul, a demon-like or monstrous humanoid rooted in pre-Islamic Arabian religion. In modern stories, a ghoul typically refers to an undead humanoid creature that feeds on human flesh, quite horrifying and terrifying. However, the true nature of this cryptic creature remains a creepy mystery, giving chills to the camera operator and those nearby. The secret of this eerie being remains undisclosed, leaving everyone with a lingering sense of unease. Three-eyed creature. The camera caught a mysterious, uneasy clip. This video that was recorded is very cryptic and filled the air with spine-chilling and fear. In this video, the two friends are walking on the woodland. They wanted to test their new trail camera in these woodland. They faced the camera towards a spot where they thought wild animals might be lefted overnight. They returned to see what they'd caught on camera. When they come to check what camera had recorded, the friends were very shocked, and everyone who viewed this video also shocked and horrified. There was a creature with 3 glowing eyes hiding in the bushes. It was looking very unfamiliar and scary. That held those operators or viewers in suspense and terrified. The air was truly pervade, enigmatic, and fearful. The 3 eyes of this creature or being was very eerie and frightened. They are glowing and illuminated, as it was a paranormal creature or something else. This was looking very spooky. That was still hidden or unrevealed yet. No one can point out what it was. Mysterious night figure. On a dark and moonless night, a peculiar incident unfolded in front of a home security camera. The camera, a silent observer, recorded a scene that sent chills down the spine. It captured a mysterious sight on the front lawn, enveloped in an air of mystery. From the dark, an unknown figure emerged, moving in an unexpected way. The figure seemed bent over, like a ghostly shadow caught on camera. But what was unsettling was not just the posture. It was the distinct impression of age that clung to this mysterious being. Its stooped back suggested an elderly appearance, as if time had twisted its spine. Oddly, the figure moved urgently, darting about with an unclear purpose, leaving its intentions unknown. The night was draped in mystery, and this strange sight became the talk among concerned residents. Speculation spread, but no one could identify this mysterious apparition or understand why it ventured out into the quiet night. The figure vanished as suddenly as it appeared, leaving behind only unanswered questions. These mysteries continued to haunt the curious minds of those who dared to ponder the unexplained and inexplicable. Killer clown. A strange and unsettling video emerged from a deep forest, puzzling both the operators and viewers. They witnessed a spooky clown figure that made them feel uneasy. This eerie clown was seen walking among the trees, only visible through the night vision of the trail camera. Strangely, it seemed like the clown noticed the hidden camera and confidently moved toward it. The reasons behind this mysterious figure's presence remained unclear. Why would someone be in a forest at night dressed as a clown? Was it a ghostly being? or just someone with an unusual hobby for late-night forest walks. The unexplained nature of this odd encounter left everyone confused. In the midst of the dark forest at midnight, the clown's appearance created a genuinely eerie and unsettling atmosphere, prompting numerous unanswered questions. A bulldog versus mountain lion. In the midst of a rugged mountain, a trail camera captures a predator mercilessly hunting its prey on a quiet, eerie night. Unexpectedly, another fierce predator appears, observing the same scene. Initially, a wild lion is seen devouring its meal until a bulldog meanders into the perilous territory. While the camera focuses on the bulldog exploring the area with confidence, it remains oblivious to the lurking danger of a stronger, more cunning force watching its every move. Like a looming shadow, the eyes of the mountain lion fixate on the unsuspecting bulldog, waiting to pounce on the intruder. In a swift and silent move, the mountain lion leaps towards the bulldog, leaving the video's conclusion uncertain, whether the bulldog escaped or fell prey to the mountain lion's attack. The mysterious creature. The camera recorded something strange in the deep forest. It showed a creature hiding behind a tree, unlike anything anyone had seen. This mysterious being looked like a bird but was really unusual. Its face was spooky, with deep, dark eyes and a skull-like appearance without any hair. It made everyone who saw it feel puzzled and unsure. This creature was so different from anything known in the woods, making everyone suspicious and curious. The sight of this mysterious creature left people wondering and fascinated by its oddness. The forest kept this strange creature a secret, making sure nobody could figure out what it really was. Zombie moose. Deep in the rugged mountains, a camera captured an unusual sight. Two moose, quite different from the ordinary ones, strolled leisurely across a small grassy area. Their presence was mysterious, their movements like a silent dance. Their huge, plate-sized horns stretched out in all directions, giving them an enigmatic look, along with an abnormal growth of skin hanging from their neck that was exceptionally large. These moose were far from the usual. Their graceful, mysterious way of moving raised many questions. Their massive, ancient-looking horns carried an air of fascination. As the recording played on, one couldn't help but wonder about the secrets held by these eerie creatures. They remained an unsolved mystery for anyone who encountered them, waiting to be understood. In that mountainous territory, they stood as guardians of the unknown, leaving a curious impression behind. Demonic ritual. Walking through a dangerous forest on one of the darkest nights ever, the camera caught sight of a scary ritual with evil creatures. The traveler, terrified, had stumbled upon a satanic gathering by mistake. In the video, a huge figure with horns and bloody eyes stared menacingly at the scared traveler who interrupted the ritual. The tension and fear were palpable in the heavy breathing. Soon, the sinister beings noticed the intruder, and everything turned dark, making the ritual disappear suddenly. The demonic figure, along with his unholy followers, surrounded the traveler like a threatening shadow of death and despair. The camera quickly showed the traveler trying to escape. In the background, you could hear the traveler's terrified cries, which were drowned out by the wicked laughter of Satan and his followers, echoing through the night as they captured their victim. A mystic forest serpent. Picture wandering through a spooky forest where tall trees reach for the sky but appear faded and dull due to thick, enveloping fog. This fog shrouds the forest, creating an eerie atmosphere, a perfect hideout for scary creatures. Now imagine a scene captured by a camera in the real world. A web-like structure entwines the trees, resembling a colossal rope with spikes of green and yellow. This twisted rope varies in length, turning the forest into an intricate maze. Surprisingly, as the camera focuses on this strange structure, it subtly slithers, slowly coiling around the trees. Amidst eerie noises and darkness, the camera continues to explore the size of this enormous rope, only to be interrupted by a massive snake. A serpent nearly 20 feet long, consuming the life out of those trees. This mysterious creature possesses a skull-like head with deeply hollow eyes, sharp teeth unlike any other anacondas seen before. It appears poised to engulf its prey in one swift motion, leaving no trace behind. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this video entertaining, don't hesitate to show your support by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for even more thrilling content. And remember to ring that notification bell to ensure you're always in the loop for our latest updates. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned.